Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on, Mr. Feedback? What's going on with you, man?
Ain't nothing. Salute to the chat. What's going on, chat? I see y'all in here already. Got a few people in here. Milano Travel Boy. What's going on with you, Ed London? Drees to the copyright forthcoming. Fred Moore.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. I try to get some people in here tonight. And what's going on with your Drees, man? How was your weekend, my brother?
Nah, just full of sleep. You know what I'm saying? The work I'm doing is kind of strenuous. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can handle it. Just, just need to stretch out for a bit. That's why I ain't been doing no lives or nothing. I got to get my body right for it. Switch up the diet, or switch up my diet and everything.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you, my brother. All good, my brother. Yeah, shout out to Howard Cooper in the house. What's going on? J Mo in here. Global Paper. William Green in the house. What's going on, William Green? Hope everybody weekend going pretty cool, man. A lot of shit going on in the world right now. So I had to play that Marvin Gaye, man. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Gaye, man. He put out that timeless music, man. He'll play that music like 20, 50, 100 years from now. It still be relevant. You know what I'm saying? Still
Yeah.
be relevant. Cam B in the house. I see y'all already talking about the topic tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say that for a little bit. But I guess the basketball is on tonight. I ain't even watching it. What you got on the championship, Dree?
Kings, man.
Right, right. I think Phoenix will win in 5 games. I think they'll give the Bucks 1 game. Just they give one just to sell some tickets, man. I think.
Nah,
Oh, you think it's gonna go further than that, or it's gonna be a sweep?
nah, nah. I hope they just go ahead on end this horrible shit.
Or you think the boys gonna blow them out tonight too?
Well, I don't know about just get it over with. I ain't want to see that shit. I'm trying to get the preseason football. That's all I'm trying to do.
Right, 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 right.
I ain't watching no baseball or nothing yet or nothing, which is surprising. But I'm trying to get the football preseason. That's what I'm trying to get to right now.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. So you excited about the Saints? Who's gonna be the quarter? Did they name the starting quarterback yet, or they waiting on that? That's still a toss up. With
I don't know. All I know, it'll be a good season if James Winston throw less than 20 interceptions. That's all I'm gonna say about it. How good he throw less than 20, cause he
well,
gonna throw that.
I'm just happy that he gonna have another opportunity. Hopefully, if he get the starting spot, you know, that'll be a good opportunity for him to be a part of that team because y'all loaded. I mean, as far as offense, y'all pretty loaded over there. So, you know,
I mean, yeah, Lord, when you got a defensive coach, offensive coaches, yeah, offense now they're gonna be pretty potent. They just should have been working on a quarterback solution about 2, 3 years ago.
right, right. hmm Shout out to
So,
brother Howard Cooper with the donation. He said, "Salute from Colombia, bro." You know what I'm saying, brother, chilling over there in Colombia. Hope you're enjoying yourself, man. Let us know how that's going out there. Is it safe to go out there or what? Let us know.
yes, indeed.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm working on another video trying to put something out, but I gotta get me another thing for my recorder because that shit ain't recording. Because I wanted to put like new music to it instead of the same old. So it's gonna be something coming out this week. At least 2 videos from me. Probably get back on my Dream Speaks, but shit, I've been coming in, washing and crashing. So, so I do the videos, but I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any live during the week.
all right. Shout out to Ed London. He said McGregor got his wig split last night. I heard he was
Uh,
fighting. I ain't know when he was fighting. I mean, I guess he
oh
kind of.
man, the man broke his leg, split his shin.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Did it like do one of them bin bags or something like that or what?
Nah, pull it up. It's on YouTube. Put in Conor McGregor break leg. Try to step back and that motherfucker just collapse.
Oh man! Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. All right, let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Damn,
All
that was nasty right there.
right, shout out to Slowpoke, man.
That looked like a fucking video game.
Yeah, cause how he broke it, you could tell it had been broke before it actually went like that.
Damn, it's hard to come back for something like that. Boy. Especially when you're fighting, motherfuckers probably gonna try you. They're gonna kick you right in the fucking leg again. once you get back, right? You know, it's a dirty game out here.
Yeah, man. It is what it is.
Right. All right. Howard Cooper said Medellin is copacetic. I feel safe, cool vibes, chilling. He's saying it's all good. All right, William Green said he gonna come back pretty quick. 5 months. Shit. Ain't no way in hell he coming back to 5 months. I don't know. Maybe boxing.
Come back walking in 5 months.
Yeah, that's crazy right there, man. Anyhow, man, moving along. So, shout out to your boy Drake, man. I don't know if you heard the latest on Drake, man. They say he out there making it hard on the regular brother, man. He out here simping. He out here simping real hard out here. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Drake. Look, is that a heart in his head?
A
Oh
what?
shit! Did he got did the barber put a heart in his head at the top right there? You see that shit?
Nah, I can't. Nah, I don't know.
Now
This
you can
nigga,
see that, huh? That is a heart in his fucking head. Look at
uh,
this nigga, man. I guess he's saying I love this girl right who I'm next to, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, well, it is. It is. But that's today's Negroes. You know what I'm saying? They can't get a regular part, and they gotta do all the extras. But that's him.
right. Let me roll this tape with Drake if y'all hadn't heard. This is Drake right here, man. He rented out the whole Dodger Stadium to take this single mother out on a date. Rented the whole fucking stadium. Somebody had a drone and rode up on that boy. Look, he looking up like, God damn, busted my ass. This boy rented out the whole stadium.
Sunset, one text.
What's your thoughts on that, man? Is that simping, man, or that just treating a woman like she should be treated? Which one is it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's just being flamboyant. They ain't simping. That's just him being flamboyant and stunting. But it come back on me in the sense of it might be other women thinking that I might treat them the same way. But it's gonna come back on him 10 times worse when he come to realize that a lot of these motherfuckers ain't really to be satisfied. And no matter what you do 'em or what you give them or what you do for them, what you do with them, if they decide they won't go, they leaving. You know what I'm saying? I saw a thing, uh, a post or something where it was like the top 10 richest people have all recently been divorced. So like saying this, you know, like why am I wasting my time trying to satisfy a motherfucker like this? So, but you won't rent out a stadium, go ahead and rent out a stadium. You just being flamboyant with it. But you know, that's what make motherfuckers who don't have shit that get treated like that. They expect the next person to do that. And this chick and Saweetie and all these other motherfuckers that made a name off of being with other motherfuckers that had a name. So, but you know, I ain't gonna say it's simping though.
Right. Shout out to brother K Mac for the Cash App donation. Appreciate that. Uh, I mean, my thing is, man, like, all right, man, I know you got the bread and all that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like if you dating a woman, it's kind of like how you start off is how you gonna end. You know what I'm saying? So if you come in the door renting Dodger Stadium out and shit like that, she gonna expect you to be that same man, 2, 3 years down the line and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep up with that type of shit. That's how I do it. Me personally, I'd rather just date her normally and do normal type shit. I think that type of shit right there you do for a wedding anniversary, or if you've been knowing her for like a year or two, maybe you would have did that for her birthday or whatever the case is. But at the same time, would this bitch go out her way to do something like that for you? You know what I'm saying? That's the question you gotta ask yourself. Go ahead, brother.
Nah, it's like, you know, I mean, how can, I mean, I just, I obviously, when it comes to bringing shit to the table, Drake bring a lot of shit to the table. So I guess it's what's going to be what she bringing to the table. So, she might not even, make a sandwich for the dude. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's them.
Right, right,
I go on a date, but I ain't buying no stadium. We go to the playground and sit in the bleachers. We do it like that. I ain't buying no damn stadium.
right. Salute the brother. Somebody had to be me for the Cash App donation. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate it, man. Global Paper says Drake moves don't affect me. I stay with models. Yeah, that's true, man. But you know, that term simp comes up a lot, and a lot of guys talk about. Well, I had a guy call me out in one of the WhatsApp groups, talked about the video I made with Razor Razor. So he said, well, videos like mine uh, make it. I mean, basically, us YouTubers, we ruined Sasua, we ruined Colombia, stuff like that. But I mean, everybody got the right to their opinion, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you got dudes renting out stadiums and shit like that, and then you wanna guys are simping right here in America, you know what I'm saying? They simping right here, way harder than dudes simping in Sasua and all the other shit. So for you to just blame us as YouTubers for everything that's going on, I think that's thinking real small minded, because one thing about social media in this day and age, everything is recorded, everything is filmed. So when me and Drees, I kind of speak for Drees. When we do stuff, we try to tell people how to move, or we don't tell you what to do with your money because it's your money at the end of the day. But we try to put out positive stuff like, hey man, don't be a dummy when you're over there. We're not gonna tell you what to spend on certain things, but we try to give you an idea like, hey, look, man, you can go over there with some fucking flip flops and you know toenails missing and still get a female. But these guys over here, they do their own thing. They take jewelry out there. They do all kind of crazy shit. But we just try to put out good messages. That's all we try to do. Now, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that really be promoting some other stuff and showing a whole lot of stuff. I ain't knocking them neither, because it's a lane for all that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't just put it on the YouTuber. Oh, we the ones mess it up. You gotta judge these guys as individuals. You know what I'm saying? And that's my opinion on what you think, man.
Uh,
You breaking up. I couldn't hear nothing. You still with her? See if you can come out, go out and come back in. Yeah, Fred Moore's right, man. She's the mother of a kid that played with LeBron James. But as far as him being a potential NBA prospect, I don't know about that. But I mean, but when a kid is in high school, it's kind of hard to gauge that shit whether they gonna be a pro or not. Because you can shoot the ball like lights out. You can do all that shit when you get to the NBA, man, you gotta have some type of size. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have them smarts. You ain't just gonna be able to get around everybody like you did in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's an NBA prospect. I don't know. We'll see. You back with us? Oh, y'all can hear Trees? Because I couldn't hear him.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I forgot what y'all was talking about, bro.
Well, I was asking your opinion on
Yeah.
on the YouTube thing, like, as far as guys, saying that by us having YouTube videos just messing up everything. I mean, guys think that, I mean, there's cameras everywhere, man. Everything is broadcasted, man. It's just the type of world we in. You know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on the whole thing? I know we done talked about this like 100 damn times.
Give a shout out to L for the cash app. Appreciate you, player. Um, my thing is when you see me get on there and say, hey, look, this is where you need to be at to go ahead to do this, and you go right here and you talk to Bob, blah 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 blah. When I'm doing that, all right, then you can hold me accountable for it. But I'm not on here telling people, yeah, dog, go over here, throw up money. Go over here with your chains on. Go over here acting like you round the corner from your house. No, I never did that. I'm not telling people to go over there and get involved in fuckery.
Right, right,
Majority,
right.
a majority of my content is okay. I went here today. This is what I did. You know, you go. If you decide to go over there, you can check it out. You know where it's at. But I'm not going over there and telling y'all, hey, come and indulge in this fuckery. Not doing that at all. But a lot of people ain't happy unless they complaining, so they gotta say something about something.
Right, right. See, this is an interesting subject. You know what? I'm gonna try to put together a panel on this type of shit. What's simple, what's not simple, and see if guys can, dissect this shit. I think it's all a matter of opinion. K Mack says it's not simple if you could afford it. If you got it like that. I mean, I guess so, man. You got rappers out here, trying to make up the females, buying them Bentleys and shit. Kobe Bryant bought his, well, rest in peace. I ain't gonna talk bad about it, but I'm just saying, he bought his wife a $10 million ring when he fucked up. Uh, I mean, yeah, these guys are doing amazing stuff, but I mean, like, is it simping or is it, you know what I'm saying? Well, when is it simping? Or when is it doing too much? You know what I'm saying? And I seen this female on Facebook. She posted up a quote that said, "Happy wife, happy life," and she had it crossed out, say, "Happy wife, happy family." I mean, she didn't like it was crossed out, like, you know what I'm saying, but it didn't mention the man. So I came back like, "Yo, happy husband, happy wife, happy family." You know what I'm saying? What about the guys? You know what I'm saying? What about us? You know? When are we gonna be satisfied by these women? You know what I'm saying? When they gonna go out their way? When the last time y'all had a female come up to y'all and say, "Damn, you look good," or you got a nice haircut, or your clothes, you fresh. Females, I mean, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Females don't hardly do that shit nowadays, man. And they want everything catered to their ass. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong in the chat. Maybe some of y'all look 10 times better than me. I don't know. No homo. But shout out to Retired Happy in Medellin. He said, "What up, bro, to take?" Shout out to that brother, man. Make sure y'all check him out, man. He always giving me good information behind the scenes, especially on the Colombia and stuff like that. Shout out to that brother, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Oh yeah, we need to do a panel on that, Drees. Like, you know what I'm saying? See what everybody thinks Simpin is and what it ain't. But
As far as that go, I mean, I'm not even gonna say Kobe was sent. I mean, Kobe was that was out of necessity. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause think about it, Kobe don't own up to it and all this, and he get divorced. You know what he lose? So yeah, the pendulum is swinging on that shit. What it is and what it's not. Some people do some shit out of necessity, like Kobe. Yeah, I get you a $10 million ring, and knowing damn well if I don't, I might lose 200, 300 million. You know.
right. Shout out to Ken Padmore. He said YouTubers did not destroy Sasua, etc. Y'all gave good information for the most part and brought extra guys to the party. And when more guys show up, more women show up, and the area have a large crowd. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. Y'all can book me in on that one. Yeah, hey, we did bring people to the party, most definitely. But we tried to inform some of these folks. You know, like I say, when I started my channel, it was only a few people talking about Sasua, you know, and one of them was Russell Taylor Made Dream, and so when he left, you know, it was like that's when I started doing my little lives and stuff because you know it's like when I took trips down there, I missed it, so I just wanted to talk about it. And this is kind of like before people was doing the WhatsApp groups and stuff. So you know, YouTube gave me a little platform to talk about the little traveling stuff. Shout out to Milano and some of the other guys that was already doing it, Chris Dogan and all them. But Taylor was the main one talking about Sasua, and you had Blanca too. And you had a few other people, you know, in the space. But when they both left and they left off the air, that's when I came on. And I mean, Drees, I think you started around the same time I did because we met in Columbia, right?
Yeah.
But what made you start your YouTube, man?
Well, actually, what happened was I came back from somewhere and I didn't have no room on my hard drive, so I put it on the YouTube. And when I went and got me a hard drive, it came back and look, the video had like 2,000 views and shit. So I just left it.
Right.
So I really didn't have I wasn't really thinking about being a YouTuber as far as travel content because I was messing around with the beats and shit. But my drum machine had broken, so I just was breaking at the time, so I just decided to leave it. And one thing led to another, and then you hit me back up and was like, "Man, you ought to come do a live with me." And that's when we did Medellin versus Sasua.
Thanks. And the rest is history. Man,
Yeah,
when I first started doing my live, bro, it was like Jackson Jeter was on my first live. It was like 2 or 3 people, man. And I say for about a month, it was just like 6 people, man, you know, for the most part. And we just kept talking about it, and then, you know, some people was knocking me, man. They was knocking me hard about that Sasua shit. Man, don't be doing these videos, man. Don't be. Hey, behind the scenes, they be like, hey, yo, man, but you got some good for me. Like, y'all motherfucker. Trip. But anyhow, man, let's get to the meat, man. Let's talk about the Cuba situation, man. Um, I'm not sure if you guys heard, but right now, man, Cuba, man, they trying to get free, man. They trying to break the chains, man. They trying to uprise out there. They even protesting in Miami. A lot of the Cubans. My grandfather was Cuban. Some of y'all know who been watching my channel for a while. My grandfather came to Florida on a little raft, man. You know them. They be having them little rafts and they tie them together, and that's how he came to America on a raft. He was a refugee, know what I'm saying? He lived in Key West all his life, so I got ties to Cuba, man. I definitely want to go down there. But let me roll this tape so y'all can see what's going on out there.
Eso tenían que hacer para poder popular ahí, todo el mundo para la piña, ¿verdad? Eso lo hay que hacer.
Yeah, I ain't gonna play the whole clip, but you know it's Cuba when you see all them goddamn bicycles and shit. You know what I'm saying? God damn. But yeah, what's your thoughts on that, man? What you think about Cuban government, man, trying to lock the people in, man? What you thinking, bro?
I mean, I really didn't hear about none of it until today, but the governments are doing some wicked shit all over. You know what I'm saying? You can look forward to some protests to happen again in Brazil because what happened with it getting so bad when it became the quote unquote epicenter was the simple fact that instead of buying the vaccines, the people in Brazil were pocketing the money. So that's how you ended up getting so bad in Brazil over that period of time. What? That was like that was probably in the last 6 to 8 months. But they started protesting and rioting there. If it get any worse, they're gonna do it. But you know, when the people seek a need for justice anywhere outside of America, they take it to the streets. You know, that's one thing I can say about the Colombians, the Dominicans, the Brazilians, the whoever the fuck. They take it to the streets and shit happened for them. Look at what's going on in Colombia. They were trying to put the tax on them. They took it to the streets. Motherfuckers said, all right, I'll leave that alone. But here, you know, they done reduced our march to a text, an emoji.
Right. You got a little question right here.
Where's my verse on backs that thing up? Man, come on, man.
Oh shit. Man, what's up with Juvie, man? What's up with that? I mean, I hadn't even heard the song, but I heard, he made a song on there, he remixed the shit or whatever. But man, I can't believe he did something like that. I mean, even like for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like really against the vaccine, but it just seemed like, him being a rapper, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them guys, they go against shit like that.
Well, there you
So
go.
who paid him? Huh?
Him being a rapper. If the people come to me and say, Juvie, we got Juvie Dreams, we got a promotion for you. We want you to make a song, you know, that sound like your old song, but just, for us, you know. We give you 100,000. Yeah, shit, I'm writing. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? We up here talking about keeping it real. Ain't now one of us keeping it real, niggas gonna pay him. So go on do your thing, Juvie. Shit.
Right. Juvenile, damn fool. Where the fuck he from? And backs that thing up. It's hot. It's a commercial. Okay. I gotta look it up. Oh, okay. I'm gonna check it out then and see what's going on. And shout out to Brian in the building, man. Always support. Shout out to Brian.
All right. Shout out to B, man. You gotta send me that footage, man, so I can do some boots on ground, man. I don't know when I'll be back on the air, but I could go ahead on and put some vids together, man. For I gotta do another Don't Be a Giant video. Definitely gonna be different this go around when I get time. But you gotta send me that footage, B. That Cure Chiba, man. Let's see what it's working with. I was going over there. I was going to either go to Cure Chiba or Palmer. Well, I didn't want to say that, but you know what I'm talking about. You know.
Shout out to Brian, man. Anyhow, man, moving along to the main subject, man. Let's talk about this Haiti situation, man. This shit looking real goddamn muggy out here. Looking real spooky and shit, man. What you thinking, Dre? You think America has something to do with that shit? Think it's Colombia? What you think?
I don't know. It's 20 some odd people. Two of them was American. So I guess because it was two American, they made it American. And I don't know, dog. All I know is, you know, two they had something. They may have something to do with it, because America does have a long ass list of overthrowing or attempting to overthrow governments. So, but I mean, it's not like there's a resource down there for them to say that they want to go after, supposedly, unless it's like some oil reserve or some shit that's under there somewhere. But I don't know.
Right. Man, I was doing a little small research on the situation in Haiti, man. And man, I didn't know America had so many ties with them like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely gotta just see how things play out, man. Well, me personally, man, I really don't think it was a government operation as far as America goes, because I think if it was an American operation, it would have been a lot smoother. It would have been, I mean, it definitely would have been planned out a lot better, you know. So I think it's some political shit, man. Though maybe Colombia is involved with it, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. They're saying it was 20 Colombians. They said it was two Americans, but they was Haitian Americans, and I think they was translating. They was translating or whatever. There's some audio out there now. Um, actually, let me see if I can pull the video up. But some audio out there where the guys was pulling up to the compound, and they was basically acting like they was DEA, telling them to stand down, stuff like that. Okay, so let me play this little video for y'all real quick. If anybody know a lot about the situation, want to come on and talk about it, I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. Shout out to brother J. Rich Bellagino. Um, Let me play this little video real quick. This is supposedly
Après de multiples tentatives.
I have no idea what I just heard.
Well, I mean, they just showed like the front of the compound. They just showed a little quick video, and there's some audio out there of them talking, like they telling them to stand down, DEA, stand down, DEA. I'm gonna try to pull that up, but like I said, we're just waiting on the stories to develop and stuff like that. See exactly what's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? But from what a lot of people saying is they didn't want him to run for the presidency again coming up, and they didn't want him in office. For whatever reason, we don't know. Shout out to Fitness and Travel, man. If you know anything about this situation going on in Haiti, brother, jump on this thing with us, man. Got brother Bellagino in the house. What's going on with you, brother?
What's up, bro? What's up? What's up? How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man. What's going on in Haiti, man? What's the word on the street?
It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's really I mean, I'll say a little bit complicated. The way a lot of people are trying to simplify the situation that may not know the DNA and the makeup of the complication on the ground as far as politics. The way they sort of summarizing all this is through the complete wrong lenses. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot of things that people are saying about him that's not accurate, and part of it is because they're not really in tune with what was what. It's just something now they hear. I mean, people hear of Haiti all the time, but until this happened, now some people are putting their opinions out there. But it wasn't really like that though, man. The guy was fighting against the elite. He was fighting against the bourgeoisie class, the business elite class, and that right there, that will get your head taken off, man. No matter who you are, man. And he was coming in very, very strong. Anybody that know the history of Haiti and in the recent past, they can remember Aristide. Aristide, he had the same problem. He ran into the same situation. He was one of the first democratically elected president after Baby Doc left. Like as far as election or whatnot. I think it was in '91. And the speeches, the words he was saying, the things he was saying was really radical, right? As far as like he was saying that the people that live in, uh, the rich people, they're gonna start feeling what we poor people feel. Some of his speeches, I can't really translate it word for word, but they were like parables, right? Like he will say something, and that thing had like a lot of deep meaning in it, right? That the people at the top, the elite, they're gonna start feeling what we feel out here, the all the shit that we were going through. So all of that, brought a lot of enemies to him because these people they got a lot of money. When you live in a rich, when you live in a very poor country like Haiti, you can pay anybody. You know what they say, right? Everybody got a price. You can pay anybody to do anything, and this is one of the main mechanism, one of the main tools that the elite people that they use so they can keep on manipulating the poor people and keep also the slave the house niggers, the house slaves. So you have, let's say, these very rich folks, right? These are like Lebanese people that left Lebanon when they had these people were getting persecuted in Lebanon, Syria. These people left Lebanon and Syria. They went to Haiti, and we welcomed them. They've been there for families and generations, probably like in the early 1900s, right? And they're good at doing business. I'm not gonna lie. They're good. A lot of the men back in the days when Haiti was really booming, you had a lot of business getting done, a lot of factories, industries was just booming. These people, they were some of the very first people that really got that going. So they had the very first, first dibs into a lot of stuff. But what they have done is that they have monopolized all of the business sector of Haiti to where, the poor people, if you a black dude with, nappy hair, your ass is not gonna get this big contract for telecommunication, for the port and things of that nature. These people, they got sweetheart deals that Jovenel was fighting against, right? And they didn't like this, right? There's a certain product. If you got money, you can't go and start doing business in Haiti just like that. Your ass is gonna get capped. They're gonna do research about you. They're gonna find who you are. Your ass is gonna get clapped.
Mm.
So they monopolize the business sectors of Haiti, and this is one of the things. This is one of the main reason Haiti is where it's at right now, because these people, they monopolize and they use us. So what they do is, if you're running for senator, if you're running for governor or president, you're gonna have to come see them because they're the one with the money, and they're gonna just throw you millions of dollars. Like, here, how much you want? You want 10 million? You want 5 million? They're just gonna give you money, but they're gonna come see you. The contract for the roads, the contract for the gas. Haiti is a really monopolized country. It's really complicated, right? Looking at it from outside, you really think it's real simple. You will have this opinion of it. But when you get there on the field, man, it's a slippery, slippery ground, bro.
Damn. Yeah, man, this shit's crazy out there, man. I don't know, man. I
So,
mean,
Jovenel, he had some sort of situation with one of the richest dudes, one of the bourgeois, right? And this guy, he had borrowed some money from the retirement fund. The retirement fund, so the retirement fund, they will have loans out to people that want to do business, and they will pay back with an interest or whatnot. That's what it's supposed to be doing. But that situation right there, as far as that retirement fund, is called ONA. And that retirement fund, it's been like a lot of senators, a lot of people that get in power, they've been just killing that shit, man. They will put their own people, their own directors there managing the retirement fund, and that person will just be writing, like, just giving big loans. And this guy, he's really rich. His name is Bulos, right? Because I noticed somebody mentioning him in the chat. Bulos got this beef with Jovenel because at first he was with Jovenel. He's one of the rich people that was with Jovenel, but their relationship, something happened, obviously, because all of the sweetheart deals that Jovenel was trying to cut, now they become enemies. And recently, there was a warrant that was put out for his arrest. He left Haiti and came to the United States. These people, they got connection, bro. Like, just like the gangs in Haiti, if you're gonna go attack the gang, bro, before the chief of police even think that shit, before he can even put it on paper, when that thought he hit his mind, the gang leaders, man, they already know that shit, bro, because they got police working for them too. So Haiti it's a really corrupted country, and Jovenel was fighting the corruption, and his death has all to do with that. And then there's this other thing about, like, there's a drug dealer, Sonson La Familia. Sonson La Familia, DA arrested him a couple of months ago. They went and grabbed him in Haiti, along with another gang leader that had killed some American. So the last president before Jovenel, the last president helped Jovenel get in power. It's like, however they orchestrated it, whether through the election, through the fraud in the election. Since you're in power, you can manipulate things. You can put me in power. So he put Jovenel in power, and that guy that the DA got is friend with the last president, and they all supposedly they're saying there's a deal that the president, he violated the deal. He signed some papers for the DEA to come arrest the guy. That's one of the rumors. They're saying that's why all of this is happening too.
Indeed, indeed. Richie there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up?
All right, go ahead on.
What's
Yeah,
going on,
yeah.
Trap?
What's up, fellas? What's going on, man? Thank you for having me tonight, man. What up, Drees? What's going on?
Not
Um,
much, man. Chilling.
Bellugino was good. Um,
Good was good.
yeah, man, and salute to the whole chat, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, Bellugino, yeah, I heard you, man. Like, it's a lot of corruption in Haiti, bro. Like, so much going on, man. So much, bro. It's ridiculous, man. Like, this the president was a guy. He was from the countryside, man. You know what I'm saying? They were like they were envy of that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they hated on him for no reason, bro. Like all the freaking rich people from freaking different freaking continent, bro. Like they're from Syria. Um I don't know if you remember any countries they the other ones are from
Yeah,
Bellugino,
yeah.
but
Lebanon. One of them, Bijo. If I'm sure you've heard of Bijo. Bijo is from. He's a Syrian Jew. Oh my God, I don't want to say that word and take the chat down. He's a Syrian J. He's a
yeah.
Syrian J. And this guy, all of the products, almost 75+% of all the products that are used in Haiti. Um, he's
Is that him?
that's through his
Yeah,
stuff, and he
yeah,
has
that's
one of the
Dimitri Vol.
biggest.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Well, there's Dimitri Vob. That guy we're looking at right now, Bulos. That's Dimitri Vob, brother-in-law. He's married
oh,
to
okay,
his
okay.
sister. Dimitri Vob is married to Bulos' sister. But
Yeah,
I'm talking
yep.
about Bijo. Bijo is so rich. They live in a part of Miami where only stars stay at. I forgot what it's called. Island something. I can send it to Rich real quick. I got some slides. But
Oh, Star Island.
Star Island, yes.
Yeah.
Bijo, that family, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you this. Well, let me see this. I'm gonna send you this video right there, so y'all can see the kind of people I'm talking about. Like, yeah, that will give you like um a good picture of like these people, like the rich class of Haiti in Miami. You see these people gather. You see nothing. You may see couple couple nappy headed niggas, but um
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
They're just
nothing but
working,
like
bro. They're just working, man, on the low, bro. They're just working on the low.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, these people, bro. These people, man, all they do is manipulate the people, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They run everything, bro. They run everything, and for the president to do anything, they want everything to go through them. You know what I'm saying? If there's anything, for example, if the president wanna give like the whole provide electricity to the whole country, it has to go through them. They want the contract. You know what I'm saying? To get paid. If the president doesn't want to do it, you know what I'm saying? They go after the president. They go ahead and you know what I'm saying, just help out, just call out like you know what I'm saying, gang members, pay them a you know what I'm saying, a few bucks, you know what I'm saying, to get on the streets and and protest against the president. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
It's
they got
not
the
easy. It's
power.
not. Yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard to get people to hit the streets, man. Whatever
Yeah.
you see, people are saying like a lot of people was against Jovenel. A lot of people was against Jovenel. Yes, a lot of people was against Jovenel. But the thing that you don't understand is the whole dynamics behind how everything happened. Everything you see happening. There's a quote, I think it's by politics happened by accident. Everything, if it's happening, it was planned. Nothing
Yeah.
happened in
Oh yeah.
politics by accident. If it's happening, it was planned. Like people in the street, they're protesting against this guy, but the thing is, it's this group of rich people. They all go to a political leader that can lead a group of people, and they will give money to that group of people to bring people out to the street. They'll go to a certain neighborhood. and there are people that can get these people, motivate these people to come out in the streets. It's
Yeah, the
money. It's
ghetto.
all money behind it, man.
Yeah, yeah. And then and then we're so deep in it, the people can't even realize that it's not. This is just temporary. They give you like, what I'm saying, like $100 or $200 just to go against your own president, and they're not really helping you out. They destroying your own country. You know what I'm saying? But the president try to fix the country, try to help you out in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard for them to really understand that because they need help now. They want to see like the money right
Well,
now. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
the part of it is what affects the people the most, bro. Because people get manipulated real easy because when you're in poverty, even with the gang situation, right?
Yeah.
One of the reasons the situation is so out of hands, these are some of the same families. A lot of people that are rich people. You'll see a young man that's really poor with the M14 in his hand, AK-47 or Glock or whatever. Where did he get this money from? He didn't buy this thing. Then when he got this gun from somewhere and brought it to him, he could not even he can't even afford the gun.
Yeah.
And they do that for a reason, so they can
Yep.
keep you fighting, so you can concentrate on what's really happening.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, even though there's a whole dynamics behind the whole gang situation, neighborhoods have beef with the other neighborhoods. The other neighborhoods want to protect their turf and all that stuff. And money is at the heart of it all. Everybody's fighting for turf, trying to. I mean, this whole thing in Haiti, it's so complex, man. Like
Yeah.
it will take so much to really break it all down for you to even understand it. I don't even know where to
Bro.
start.
Yeah. It's a hot mess, man. We just, I don't know how we're gonna get out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hoping only God can help us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so deep, bro. Like so much. You know what I'm saying? To really fight, man. You gotta fight. Like I mean, your heart out, man. You probably die before. You know what I'm saying? Before we get out of it, because man, these people are powerful, man. Very powerful, bro. Like,
Yeah,
even this president, man, he was real, man. He was the one. I'm not saying that he was perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know the guy like that, but I know, you know what I'm saying, by the way he talked. You know what I'm saying? You could tell now after his death, his assassination. You know what I'm saying? You could tell. You know what I'm saying? He was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, you know what I'm saying? They killed him. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of even the people, the police chief, like he wasn't like, he said he didn't trust them, none of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He told him straight up, man. Everybody that he doesn't trust anyone around him. But because he was trying to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? But now I feel like maybe we'll probably you know what I'm saying? We have a shot now. Like I hope that, what I'm saying, something good come out of it, and you know what I'm saying, like, the people that opens up a lot of, you know what I'm saying, our eyes, you know what I'm saying, especially the people in Haiti. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping, man, because
Unfortunately, it's nothing good gonna come out of it. To be honest with you, something good
yeah,
should be coming out of it, but nothing good is gonna come out of it. The reason is nothing good is starting to come out of it. Nothing good is starting. Nothing good is starting to not come out of it. Anything good is starting to not come out of it because they're already fighting for for the seat,
for power, right?
and that totally proves him right. Um, it's a, Here's the thing, though, right? The whole thing that started this whole thing, not the whole thing that started it, but it's that's at the nucleus of this whole thing, right? A lot of that's sometimes I say a lot of Americans say, well, da da da, he was a dictator, he didn't want to go, da 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 da. This is the reason they're saying that. There's a big kerfuffle about the whole his old mandate as far as how long is his time in power. A lot of
Yeah,
people said he should have stepped down February 2021, but he said he's elected for 5 years. He
yeah,
got elected in 2017. What
yep,
happened is the same people the same people that were saying and that are still saying that he was supposed to step down in 2021, February 2021, for this reason. The reason they're saying that is because in the Constitution it said your power, your mandate starts, I guess, in January or February or something, right? Whatnot, right? But
Yeah.
this what happened after the election. No election. It's hard to find an election in Haiti that's done without, you know, frauds claiming that
Yep.
they were scammed. So
Yep.
people don't want to lose. Nobody want to lose. Everybody always have a protest when it comes to elections in Haiti. It's at the heart of all this thing. So they protested the election. When they protested the election, the time he was supposed to start and get in power, he didn't get in power in time. He didn't
Yeah.
take
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
he didn't take oath in time. And not only
Yep.
that, the person that was put in power temporarily for 6 months, he was put in power for 6 months to do the election. His name is Prever.
Yep. Yep.
Prever was supposed to do the election in 6 months, but he didn't stay in power for 6 months to do the election. He stayed in the seat for a whole year. So
Yeah. He did that on purpose.
that ate up into the next person's time in power.
Yep. Yep.
Not only that, there were protests in the election. So that protesting of the election, further delayed him, Jovenel, who was just assassinated, getting into power. So the scholars or whatever, all of these political, all the opposition, they were
Yep.
saying your power started right after that time of election. It doesn't matter that you took oath of office way after that. What happened is in the Constitution, nothing in the Constitution addressed that. There's a
Yep.
little, there's a little hole right there in the Constitution. So
Yeah.
people
Like a
go and
loophole.
play
Like
with
a
that.
loophole.
Yeah, there's a loophole in that. So people play with that however they want to, right? So people started building this whole narrative. He's a dictator because he didn't want to go. Another thing that happens as far as, this whole thing is that, yes, he was kind of governing almost by himself because there wasn't a Senate. The reason there wasn't a Senate, he sent the Senate back home because their mandate was over, and some people were saying, well, their mandate was much longer, blah blah blah. And the Senate, who's supposed to be working and making laws to make sure election get done, they will not really work. These senators were in Haiti, bro. You could be like, poor shit, right? You're gonna go to election. You're gonna go run for the seat to be a senator. You know why? Because you're gonna go from a nobody to a senator and to being a very rich guy for some reason overnight. Nobody that has gone in politics that has been a politician in Haiti. I mean, there are a few now. There are a few exceptions that are, I wouldn't say they're just that honest, but they don't. I guess they didn't steal that much money or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So this whole thing has to do with money, power, people that want to be in his place that's not in his place, and he
Yep.
didn't want to waste the public resources like that. A lot of people feel like he was stingy because he didn't want to put his head in the pot and just give his friends money just like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. 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 And he wouldn't take anything either. Like, you know what I'm saying? He would try to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like try to you know what I'm saying? Just help out the people, the most unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? In Haiti.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. It's just like here in the United States, right? You could have a whole narrative. You could have a whole narrative. People could have like a whole strategy to put a narrative out there about you of who you are and make you out to be the demon that they want you to be. If you want to even look at this whole Bill Cosby situation, right? A lot of people kind of like, the whole narrative why it happened, what, 2017, this whole Me Too situation. Um, they just were trying, well, 2016, 2017, I guess. Yeah. They were trying to make Bill Cosby this whole big demon or whatever. And I'm not saying he's not a bad guy or whatever. He may not have done bad things. I'm not saying none of that. But I'm just saying though, once a narrative is being put out there, it's hard to fight against it. The corruption is so deep in Haiti that Rich, I could be sitting right here in my room in right here in Massachusetts. Motherfucker could put out news about me and say that they just seen Gino shot somebody in Haiti on such and such street. But if there's enough people that go on the radio and say that, they will believe it before I can disprove it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just to show you how powerful it is as far as media. Media is one of the tools that's extremely corrupted in Haiti, and it's used by the corrupted politician to push narratives
Mm-hmm.
for their masters.
Yep.
These house Negroes
Yep.
that will serve. All they do is serve their rich
Yep.
masters, their rich mulatto, Syrian, Lebanese,
Living it.
Jays. Yeah,
Bro.
they're Lebanese. You know, a lot of them they are from Lebanon.
Yeah.
Syrian, they're Lebanon. It's just
I
like when
think
you
we got a
go,
few. I think we got a few from Bangladesh as well. I think. Yeah.
yeah. They're from Bangladesh. These people, they they are a bacteria, man. They're just eating at us alive, man. And
Yeah.
to really capture the full picture, when you what when you here in the United States, right? You go around a certain neighborhood, a certain hood, whether it's Atlanta, Chicago, Florida. If you notice one consistent thing, all of the corner stores are owned by who? They're owned by a certain people that are from these exact places.
Yeah.
Syrian, Bangladesh,
Yeah.
Lebanon. And you wonder, you're like, wow, I used to think that's the exact same shit until I realized, wow, it's the exact same shit in Haiti.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever, I mean, Rich, is it like that in Atlanta? I know it's like in Florida, a lot of places. Even when they got a little African guy working in there, the African guy doesn't own the store. It's one of these olive skin motherfuckers that own it.
Yeah, that's right. You're right about that. You know, they got it on lock, man. On lock,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, I know. I'm not against that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that the way they doing it in Haiti, bro, like it's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're blind, bro. Like no one can see that, because they got
Right.
money. Because they got money. Who cares about your money? You know what I'm saying? Like we try to, come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Try to come up, try to build. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do something for the whole country. We try to help out the poor people, the poor
Yeah,
neighborhoods,
but
and
they're
things
not,
like that. We try
it's not
to
like,
develop the country. You know what I'm saying?
it's not like these rich people here, like, Bill Gates that actually will spend their money to actually do something for the people. I'm not against the rich people. Trust me. I'm not, I'm an anti-capitalist person because I live here. I'm doing my thing. I'm in the stock market. I play the game, the capitalistic game. So I'm not against it completely. But when you go to a certain places and you use a certain people, the same things you see here happening in the United States where people work so hard. Now you see a lot of places they can't even find people to hire to put working for them because people are realizing, man, you know what? I'm just giving my whole sweat and tears to these motherfuckers and they ain't giving me much. That's the problem, and they just don't do enough. They just don't do anything for the people. All they do is collect money, bro.
Yeah, and then guess what? Like they don't even want the government to do not even one thing for anybody. It's like they don't want because we're in the hole, we're in the big hole. They don't want us anybody to come out of it, bro. They just want to keep the people there. You know what I'm saying?
You have to
Struggling.
serve them. When they put you in power, you're there to serve them. They
Yeah,
see you there to serve them. And how dare you propose that you're gonna do for these black skinned Negroes?
Negroes with the peasy hair, like you know what I'm saying? For these,
Bro,
you know,
there's a if you are a nappy if you're a happy headed nigga like me, you go to Haiti, you got money because there's a guy, he did do that. He had like a phone company, right? He had a telephone company. He was doing business. He had a bank. bro. You know these people, man. They did everything they could. They ran him out of Haiti. He had to leave, man.
Yeah. Yep.
He had a bank and everything. He had a cell phone company. What was it? Aitel? Um, yeah, Aitel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. His name is Frank something. I forgot. They ran him out of Haiti, bro. This mulatto bourgeoisie, man. They ran him out of Haiti because he was a black. How dare you, nappy headed nigga, try
Yeah.
to do the same business as me? How dare you try to own a bank?
Yep. This is this is ridiculous, bro. Like, but right now, I don't know, but they looking, but it's so much corruption. You don't know who to trust, and you don't know if it's, what I'm saying, if it's
Yo,
gonna work out, or I
Well,
don't know.
it's
You don't
it's
know
a
if they're
lot of
so,
telling the truth.
news.
But
so
they're looking for a lot of people right now. No, they're not looking for
y'all
them. They
think,
said that they're gonna ask them questions. They need them to come to whatever they want them to, to show up, and so they can ask them questions. But you don't know if that's gonna happen. It might be still like they just probably worked out a deal. You know how it is, man.
hey, so y'all think the American government has something to do with this, or the Colombian government? What's y'all
Nah,
thoughts,
nah,
man?
nah, nah, nah,
No,
nah.
I
Because
don't think they had anything to
details are
do with it.
starting to come out. No,
I
no.
think,
Details are starting to come out. I hate conspiracy theory, and I'm not saying it because I hate conspiracy theory, but I'm just following the facts. I'm following the facts. I'm watching this very closely. I'm finding facts. There
yeah, yeah,
are
yeah,
text messages. These guys that they just caught, they found a WhatsApp group because at first I was like, man, it's them. And then second, I'm like, yo, maybe it's not them because it's somebody on the inside that did it. Then I'm like, there are more information that's coming out to show you how it was planned. This guy was on a WhatsApp group. They found a WhatsApp group how this guy was recruited, bro. Um, I don't have time to really like break it down and
Hey,
actually
so let
translate
me
this
yeah.
ask
whole
y'all a
thing.
question. Let me
Let
ask
me
y'all a question.
hold up, yo. Let me add up to
Good.
this real quick. I don't think I don't know, but from what I heard, I know that they said that these people, but I don't know if the government, the U.S. government or the Colombian government didn't really want to do anything about it. But I know, like, they should have known that these guys were like killers, serial killers. A lot of them had bad record and things like that. And you let all of them, 20 something people like that, what I'm saying, leave the country to go to Haiti. You know what I'm saying? How the heck they get through? You know what I'm saying? How the heck you let them go to Haiti like that? You know what I'm saying? So their
Anybody can
record.
go to.
They're not clean. You know what I mean? You know who they are. So, but
No, no. Hey,
we'll see what
listen.
happens,
It's
bro.
not. It's not all. It's not really all that, bro. I mean, I understand what you say. I mean, it's real simple. Yeah, there are shady, dark things happening in the back. Tell me, oh, how did it let them happen like that? No, it's not. Some of those guys had bad records in the military. They probably got kicked out in the Colombian military. Some of these guys were retired. They found a text. These guys were talking. You know how they were recruiting. It was supposed to be actually 200 people they were recruiting, but they could only find 20 some percent and 20 some people. It was supposed to be 200 some people they were now trying to recruit. There's a Colombian newspaper that found the text messages. They've been talking to these guys wise, man. You know,
Hey,
where the
well,
guy who recruited them, he tell them about the mission. He was like, he got on the WhatsApp group. He was like, let's thank God and thank the bosses that keep giving us jobs or whatnot, and thank God, for this new job he gave us. Hopefully we will be able to show them our loyalty. Some real language, shady language type shit. Yeah.
but my thing is, okay, you go to the president's house, you say, hey, we the DEA, we the DEA, stand out. The Americans have no authority in Haiti, man. Why would you stand down to somebody from a whole nother country, man? It's fishy as hell, bro. I'm telling you, man,
See
that
Exactly.
what
shit
you
was
don't
some
what you don't
side
Exactly.
shit,
understand
bro.
is see
Yeah.
what you
Why
don't
why would the
understand is
DA not contact?
mm-mm,
Why would the
mm-mm.
government not contact? What, they was busting them for drugs?
I
The
know,
reason
right?
is so possible. No, the reason
He's
is
in a
so
whole nother
possible.
country. Come on,
No, the
man.
reason it's so possible is because you have listen, white supremacy is global, bro. The same way, if your black guys go to Africa, you know, if there's a homeless white man that's next to you getting the same service, you know they will more likely want to give him the, treat him, give him the better service and serve him before you. Do you know that? Let's establish that.
Shout out to Maria. Maria, I sent you the link. You know, it's
Because
spur of
white
the
men,
moment.
because white men's ice is always colder. These people
But
they
Beto
thought,
Gino, but at the same time, listen. But these people, they, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that that's who they are, but they might be part of the problem, the setup. I heard it's the same, just like you said, Walter Tape. It's fishy as hell. So a lot of people, that's what
nah.
people are asking.
United States, you
Like,
think you
what
think
the
the
heck
United States
happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, listen, Beto Gino, listen though. You know what I'm saying? They showed up like that. Be like, oh, we the DA. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come
drop your
on,
guns and
bro.
all that
It's a
stuff. They
movie.
went
It's a
inside.
movie.
They
It's
went
a
inside and
script.
killed the president, and then nobody
Bro,
got
that's
hurt.
what they
No
want you to
security got hurt.
see.
Nothing like
It's
that.
the
It was
movie.
already a setup, bro.
It's
It
the
was a setup.
movie. It's the movie.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the movie. You watching it. It's the scene. It's
Exactly.
like cut, play, cut, action.
We're
This
not
shit is
dumb, bro.
really shady, but it's not the United States, bro. It's
It's
not the
not them. I'm not
United
saying it's
States.
them.
It's not the
We're not
United
gonna
States,
say it's them.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Not like that.
Yeah.
Man, I'll be honest, man. The whole operation seemed like real corny, man. Like you send guys
Yeah,
in without escape plan. Like, I mean, I don't know.
bro.
It could be the U.S. government. They could have just put it out to look. The operation looks so weak that you would think it's not the government. Maybe that's maybe they trying to
Yeah.
run the psychology on it. But at the same
Hell
time,
no.
man, I really don't think it's the U.S. government, man. But shout out to HT Chiller for the donation. Shout out to Maria. I see you in the chat. But yeah, I just wanted y'all to chime in and give y'all opinion on it or what's going on. We got a few questions in the chat. Somebody was asking, what about the other 8 guys that they was looking for? Y'all get any updates on that?
I'm not really sure on the exact numbers. I know they had found some guys that were there were some guys that was hiding in the was it the Chile? No, it's not Chile. I don't want to say the wrong country. Thailand.
Dominican Republic.
No. They were hiding in the embassy. Yeah, I think it was Thailand. I think it was Thailand. Taiwan.
Taiwan. Oh.
Thailand or Taiwan. I think Taiwan. I think it was Taiwan's embassy. At the Taiwanese embassy, these guys were hiding. So they called the police for them. So I don't know if those are the 8 they were looking for, if they accounted for. I know there was supposed to be one that was caught in Dominican Republic. So the whole thing, man, it's a live. I hate to say it, man, because it's somebody's life, but it's almost like a movie playing right out in front of our eyes, bro. Like a live movie, bro.
Yeah. It had to be a setup. And then the president also called the police chief, the guy who was supposed to security, whatever his title was.
The guy's in charge of security,
Yeah, he called him and tell him,
yeah,
hey,
he's shady as hell. He's shady as hell.
come on, man.
He's
Think about
definitely
it, man.
involved.
This whole thing was planned, bro. This whole thing was planned out, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, bro. It's corruption, man. That's how deep that thing run in Haiti, bro. Ridiculous. It's freaking sad, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, I didn't know the president and I didn't really trust him either, but still though, you know what I'm saying? Just to kill him like that, man. Come on, man.
Well, part of you not trusting him, or me even myself not liking him, we don't realize how the work that's been done to our psyche by a certain people. See, this whole death situation, people are already, there's big money that's already been paid out, man. People in the news, they putting out diversion, man, trying to, throw fucking smoke bombs and shit. Bro, there's big money involved in this shit, bro.
Yeah. Millions.
Yeah, my thing
Man,
is, man, I still can't believe it was just that easy to get to that president, man. And it seemed like
They
his
didn't get to
residence.
him.
It
They didn't get
just
to
seemed
him.
like his residence was in like a neighborhood. It wasn't like a compound or a fortress where you really gotta get
yeah,
into. They
yeah,
don't
I
have
know.
like in Haiti. They don't have like something similar to like a White House where where it's like
Yeah.
guarded.
They do. But what happened was, in Haiti, they quick to accuse you as a president, and him, he was kind of like he was the type of guy that he was loyal, man. He didn't try to, what I'm saying, have anybody talk, what I'm saying, talk bad about him, talk about, oh, he's building a house, for himself with the money and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he didn't do that, they said as like he was also too naive. A lot of people said it was his fault too. You know what I'm saying? He was, what I'm saying, he messed himself up. You know what I'm saying? He got himself killed because he knew that he couldn't trust none of those people around him. You know what I'm saying? And he told them straight up that I don't trust you. He told each one of them, bro, like everybody around him, like, I don't trust y'all. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna live like vaguely like that. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? So, that
Bro,
was a
bro,
mistake.
when you're fighting with people that make millions per month, millions, 300 million in a year, people that had contracts getting 15 million a year, and you cut their contract, bro, you get a lot of pissed off people, bro.
Yeah,
These people been making this kind of money forever, and you gonna cut it? You gonna take off
yeah,
your head, bro.
yeah,
Then get your mama to take off your head.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
And one more thing, he was try to change the constitution as well, like try to have everybody to work together, like in the diaspora, and then the youth, and all that stuff, like build, like, what I'm saying, free school, education for the, what I'm saying, for the children, and all that good stuff, what I'm saying, free healthcare and things like that. But they didn't want that, bro. Like they paid like a lot of gangs and stuff like that to come out and protest, bro. That's why there were a lot of killings and all that crap, and then asking them to leave, man. It's so much, bro. So much happened, bro. Like, you can't even explain, man. We can't even explain, bro, what happened. So much corruption. It's so much. It's too much, bro, to even talk about. You don't know where to start, man. You know.
Well, it could have
He
been.
never
It could have
wanted to be
been.
president.
Mm, well, he wasn't in politics. He's a businessman. The
Really?
last president found. Yeah, he's a businessman. He wasn't in politics at all.
Oh man.
He was just living his life, man. A successful
Yeah.
businessman at it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you
Yeah.
know
He
what's
was
so
from the
weird though?
countryside, from the province. From the province, and he was trying to, help out the little guys. You know what I'm saying? He was looking out for the. He even built like clean, like a water. How do you call that? Those water things
Like,
for
like,
the.
like, yeah, yeah, like a dam, but it's not really. It's a dam. You can say a dam. I mean, he,
Yeah.
he did stuff. The thing is, people people got interest. It's all about interest. And the rich people, if you are in power and they cannot manipulate you, they will get other politicians that are money hungry. They will be on the side of those politicians. They will be funding them. Those other politicians will be putting people out in the streets on your ass. I swear to God, these niggas will raise hell on you.
All right. Shout out to Maria. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing? I see some faces in the panel.
Yes,
How
Yeah.
y'all
Marie.
doing? Hello to everyone in the chat. How's it going?
We're
It's
doing
going all
good. We're
right.
doing good.
We trying to figure out what's going on. What's up with the situation? We want you to weigh in. And what's the vibe out there with the people, man? You out there? You out there in the trenches with the people? What's the vibe out there?
Um, well, I want to first begin with telling you all thank you for inviting me. And the vibe right now in Haiti, you all, is pretty. It's a somber vibe.
Hmm.
It's a very, very quiet vibe. I mean, uh, if you ask me what happened, someone asked me on Fitness and Travel Live, was it the worst thing which ever happened to Haiti? And I'll weigh in on that. If you ask me, it's not the worst thing that's ever happened, because you know the stance that I take in Haiti. I'm all about seeing the people of Haiti live better and do better. And the people of Haiti have been suffering for many, many years. There's been so much that has taken place in Haiti since June the 4th, 2019, since the day I stepped foot to tonight as I talk to you. But I want to say the recent event it is definitely one of the most heinous and disrespectful acts towards our president, as you all know. But definitely, I see that whether you for or against him now is really not the topic. It's just the act. You can kind of see that a lot of people have a heart in Haiti.
All right. Yeah. All right. I mean, I know it's a messed up time over there right now. Do you think this gonna bring the people more together, or this gonna kind of move people apart?
Um, Well, great question. Personally, from what I see, is too many people wanting to be in power. Okay.
Oh,
At
okay.
some point, someone in the room has to be the leader and others be followers. Everyone cannot be leaders. Everyone cannot be the boss. And until our leaders and the people put their foot down to make our leaders understand that, as you can see, there's already power struggles in Haiti. There's so much already, like, it's like you want to know. I myself didn't even go live because it is such a stressful situation. It's a situation where, okay, well, we don't want this guy, but now that this guy is gone and gone forever, we see that solutions is not what we're coming about. There's still lingering issues with this power. And the future seems very uncertain. If you ask me, living here physically, um, I don't know what the future will be like. Personally, I don't. You know, it's a power struggle. It seems to me.
Right.
I do think, in the coming days and months, there's going to be a lot of killing. I mean, it's quite sad to say, but I mean, these are just facts and things that are in the news every day. As far as the situation in Haiti, killing is almost, it's somewhat of a, I hate to say it, it's not an infrequent thing. It's it's a usual thing in Haiti. So, but there may be some ramping up to that due to power struggles, and not only that, um, a lot of people made a lot of statements, right? Politician, opposition leaders, they made a lot of statement that one of the politician, his name, he's an ex rapper, reggae kind of like artist, whatnot. His name is, I mean, his rapper name is Don Cato.
Yeah.
Don Cato, he got dreads and everything. He was a senator or whatever. And this guy, he's in cahoots with one of the rich guys in Haiti. That rich guy that the president cut his contract, who's in Miami right now because he didn't want to get arrested. Dimitri Volb. So they were talking to Don Cato. They asked Don Cato, and Don Cato was like, "Man, he's not going to be able to stay. It's going to get so hot for him. What's coming? What's going to come to him? He's going to have to leave. And they ask him, "How do you know? How do you sure? How are you so sure that he's going to have to leave?" He's like, "Man, what's happening? Trust me, he's not going to see 2022." He said, "Trust me, he's not going to see 22. It's going to get so hot for him." That guy is best friend with one of the rich people. Again, not best friend. He's little pet slave to one of the rich people, Dimitri Vorb, and and there may be people that will attack these people that made statements. And there is some sort of thought out there that people are saying all the people in the opposition parties, all the people that were opposing him, all of these people knew exactly what was going to go down because the plan is this is the why they broke his arm. The plan was to make him sign to resign, and then in the morning, everybody was gonna all the opposition leaders was gonna come together and be like, "Oh, he resigned. We take over. This is what we're going to do." Supposedly, a lot of people are saying they all knew this shit was gonna go down.
Mm.
And I'm sorry, I know Marie cannot get in. So, in what she left, I know she
Yes,
can't
yes.
get
No,
into.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know you can't get
I'm
into
here.
so much of politics, and I wouldn't advise you to either. I kind of have that luxury to be able to, because you are online and you are, and it's what I'm telling her. It's that serious, guys. It's that serious because you will get hurt. It's not like you here in the United States. You just putting your own thoughts out there like that. I mean, there are people that are doing that in Haiti that don't get hurt or whatever, but you never know when you're gonna get hurt though. So and I'm sorry, I don't really want to get that political with it because I know she may not be able to expound on some political stuff, but it's that complicated over there, man. A lot of people had beefs. A lot of people got their little sides, and you don't know what side is going to do what. Right now, what's happening right now? You got the G9. It's a gang, right? It's a gang that united, right? They have a conglomerate. He went around. This guy was an ex police officer. They call him Barbecue. They call him Barbecue, but his name is Jimmy Cherizier, right? He went around. He got a conglomerate of gangs. He called them the G9 Family and Allies, right? The G9 Family and Allies. He's claiming to be a revolutionary, whatever, and then he's making statements. He made a statement this week, I think yesterday or whatever, or Friday, that he's tired of these rich people, these Syrian, these Lebanese that come to the country and they just robbing us poor. He said it's time for nappy headed niggas to own dealerships. It's time for happy headed niggas to own banks too. So the kind of talk he's talking some revolutionary shit. But then again, though, it's Haiti, man. Money can buy you anything. The same bulldog that was just yapping and yapping, the same pit bull that was yapping, you can make him into a nice little, turn him into a nice, sweet little chihuahua if you have that green thing, the green
Yeah.
papers.
Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. It's quite interesting, man. It's a lot of stuff, and I'm hoping that some sort of solution come out of this for the better, but it's probably not going to happen because we already know it's already not happening because people are literally starting to fight for power. And it's just so that's this main thing about Haiti, man. It's one of the richest, nicest countries in the Caribbean. Like, I mean, all of the stuff you see in the Dominican Republic, uh, all of these things, Haiti have all of them and more and more. But it's just the poverty, and people that really that are always at odds with each other. Nobody want to follow. Everybody want to be in the lead, and part of the reason people want to be in the lead because they want to be able to enrich themselves. It's all about enriching themselves. Nobody's fighting to put the food, the plate, to take the plate from somebody and put it on the table for everybody to eat. That's not what they're fighting for. They're not fighting so everybody can have access to the plate. He's just fighting because you have the plate. He want the plate for himself.
Hmm. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
I mean,
will. Okay, I'm sorry.
go ahead, Marie. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry, my brother. Well, one of the things I want to mention, being raised from the States, first off, number one problem in our country is lack of education. I stand on that, I promote it, and I don't just speak about it, but what little voice that I have, I utilize it to bring about a change to the people that I can by putting them in school and hoping to see them successful, down the line. But as I was traveling around in my country about 2, 3 weeks ago, it dawned on me. I was seeing all these different foreigners, and in my mind, I wondered, wow, here I am deported back to my country, and here are all these foreigners, and it's clear everything that's going on in our country. I said, I wonder if these people are being questioned. People, when we decide to go into a country, especially being Haitians, first thing they want to know who's sponsoring you, where are you going, for who and for what. And I started asking even Google. I started speaking with some of my mentors about this topic as far as our immigration system. That's one of the things I believe this situation, something good will come out of this situation, but any change that will be instilled in Haiti is not going to be something that gives us that instant gratification. We're not to see a change, we got to invest in it today, and we'll gradually start seeing specks of the change maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now to be able to see the face of our country change, certain things changing. Because one of the things that I really, really is sad to say, and my prayers out to the president family, but maybe what the devil intended for bad turns out for the good of this country, because now the whole world have their attention in Haiti. Everybody's watching. Um, Whether we like it or not, my goal is that some people are held accountable for their behavior, and hopefully that would the people coming up behind them would think twice when they decide to make bad decisions from the example they make out of these ones. But education is the number one thing that we need in our country. That is how I believe so many people have been able to monopolize our country. You're looking at a country that have generations that cannot read, that cannot write. Haiti have been ravaged for so many years with instability that when a parent do struggle to, be able to pay for schooling for their kids, that kid is not even able to attend school for a whole year. So actually, when you speak of the whole Haitian people, we have a population that's not even in a race, that's so left behind. In order for our country to change, we must start educating people. People are out there fighting a fight that people tell them. We must open their eyes so they can read and start understanding. When you ask
Marie,
the
Marie,
average Haitian person, I'm
you're
gonna get
correct.
off.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
When you ask the average Haitian person in Haiti what the law is, like in America, everybody know what the law is. You ask the average Haitian person what the law is, they cannot tell you.
You know what? Everything you said is true, and that's always what I say too, as far as education. But it doesn't. That really doesn't matter, because I come to realize the main thing is people need to be able to afford. This is one of the things in the United States. See, that speech you just made as far as education, it's relevant to like the African American community here in the United States, where People can at least eat. They at least got food stamp to survive and get by on. When their stomach, the person's stomach, and that's one of the speech, the line in the speech of Aristide. When your stomach is not right, you're not right in your
Oh,
mind.
hold on 1 second. Now, I'm just coming on the show, so I'm not sure if you follow me. One of the biggest things I always say, no one can learn on a hungry stomach. But, and that's the instant gratification that we must give the people. But on a long term, and you are 100% right, my brother. Sorry for interrupting you. But if you follow Life in Haiti, every kid that I sponsor, I push and beg the world to send clothes, food, and everything. And I'm constantly catering to them because I can't expect for success from kids who are hungry, okay? But in the long run, what we need is to lift up this illiteracy cover that's over our country. You got generations of people in this country, and even some of them you see with these suits, shiny shoes. Let's just keep it real, my brother. They don't even qualify for the position that they have.
Yeah, it's always like that. You're 100%. I'm not. And I do commend you. You're doing the you doing the Lord's work over there. And my heart go out to you and whenever I can support you, I will try to. And people should support you because you're doing a great work. Um, but the thing is, if people are not, both of these problems are the same thing. People being able to just get a nice hot meal where that's not a thing. Just should it that minimum that shouldn't be a goal for you when you wake up in the morning, right? Like that shouldn't be like a goal, like oh my god, finding a hot meal for the day. That should be an afterthought. It may not be that you're gonna eat turkey, chicken, or whatever, but you're gonna eat something for the day. That's guaranteed. That's not a thing you have to struggle. You have to put brain power behind it. That's actually a thing for many poor people in Haiti. So the education part, it goes hand in hand too. It does matter. But the thing is about the whole education situation too is that a lot of eh, 50, 60 plus percent, probably higher than that, of all of the educated Haitians are leaving Haiti. All of the younger, all of when y'all go to DR, you meet a young Haitian brother, a young Haitian sister. That's one of the he or she is one of the most well educated person in Haiti. They are all leaving Haiti. So that right there, that's a bad situation. And this may be a situation, this may be a conversation that's much more extended than this. It's either here or there. But that's at the nucleus of the problem because that's what's one of the things that started happening in Haiti back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s with the Duvaliers, Papa Doc and Baby Doc. A lot of back in those days, Haiti was so clean. Haiti was, there was some good Haitians and really highly educated Haitians in Haiti. That
Yeah.
whole class, that whole group of people in the 50s, 60s, well, no, what, 60s, 70s, the Duvalier regime, that whole group of some of the top well educated Haitians, they left for France, left for New York, Miami, they left Haiti. And that kept happening all of those years till right now. This is all happening. There's a young man that got a channel on here on YouTube, man. He was giving people information how to leave Haiti. A whole lot of people the other day, Friday, they just went to the American embassy. They heard some rumors that the United States was trying to take people, and that is so sad. Nobody wants to stay and fight to build a country. It's not that they don't want to stay and fight, but it's just the fight. They look at it. This whole
There's
thing that
no
just
hope.
happened.
No hope, really.
This
They
whole
don't
thing that
see
just
any hope.
happened. This Jovenel thing we're talking about, that just the dude that just got killed. This is prime example for them. They're looking at it like, wow, he got killed like this. There's nothing I can do. So a lot of people they're trying to get out.
Yeah.
Well, I would say from talking to the elders, Papa Doc ruled with an iron fist. Okay.
Yep.
If you ask me my opinion, many of our leaders from the founders, they play a role in Haiti being Haiti today. For Haiti to change, the people in Haiti must change their way of thinking. As long as we put money ahead of everything, then that is exactly what we're gonna get. It comes to a point you got to start valuing the lives of people more than we value money. Prime
Yeah.
example, with everything, all the rumors that surrounded our president, now he is gone, and I think everything he owned did not go with him to the morgue. So, what matters the most? When do we human beings start understanding we're just passing through?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but yeah, I agree. And then, but there's one more thing though. Like, how are we supposed to even start? Like, it's they try to block everything. That's one of the main problem. Like, there's I know it's only us, can what I'm saying, like in the diaspora, what I'm saying, who really can, what I'm saying, start working in Haiti, start helping out, with the education, with we could share our knowledge with the kids in Haiti, and try to help them out, and but the thing is, and the bigger thing we need to do in Haiti, we try to make happen. It's really it's hard. It's hard, because they always block it. They try from the top, and that's really the main problem. The Haitians, they do want to, if the leaders, our leaders in Haiti, would get together and sit down, can have a normal conversation, a formal conversation, and talk, and listen to one another, and make the right decision, that would be good. But unfortunately, that's not the case, you know. So that shows you that it's really it is hard. I don't see how it's gonna happen unless God says something, So it is a tough situation for our people. But by the way, shout out to Razor Rays, man.
Yeah, salute the Razor Rays for the donation. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate it, my brother. Any questions from the chat? I got any questions for the panel? I'm not gonna hold them up too long. It is 11 o'clock. What time is it out there, Marie?
It's 11:01.
Oh, we on the same time. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions y'all got for them? We're gonna stay on for a few more minutes. I know Marie got stuff she got going on. What you got going on tonight? Fitness or travel?
Nothing really, man. I'm just at home chilling. I was supposed to watch the basketball game. I didn't feel like doing a live stream tonight because I'm kind of, I'm still a little stressed out, about this whole thing that happened,
Oh, yeah.
to our president. What I'm saying? It's very stressful, and it's very depressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to, as a Haitian, I don't want to live here, and you guys know that I don't want to be here in the States. The best thing, I would love to, go back to my country and invest, and try to help out, some Haitians. But right now, at the moment, that's not the right time, and sometimes you just have questions. You just curious. You're like, wow, what if I open up something in Haiti, try to help out, you know try to create jobs in Haiti, but would it work? And you kind of like doubt, you kind of have doubt, because that it's very unlikely that you'll be successful in in Haiti. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. It does happen, but sometimes you just question. You just have questions. And yeah, but I ain't got nothing going on tonight. But I'm still try to, say, like, try to just survive, bro. Try to, get that out of my mind. You know what I'm saying? What happened to our president?
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. I mean, it's like the first day it happened. I told some people and they didn't hear nothing about it. And, it was like it took a few days for like people to really just start talking about it. In my opinion, I mean, for me just watching TV and stuff, it really wasn't coming across the channel like that. It's like people don't care, man. But it seemed like Haiti is like the only country where America won't extend their hand to. But anybody else, Afghanistan, Iraq, any other country, they'll bomb them and then they'll turn around and help them. But it's like they don't want to help.
Yeah.
They don't want to help. I don't know what's up.
Yeah, Panama, Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying? They help
Right.
out, but
Yeah.
no.
So I'm trying to figure out, like a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, the American government is involved with it." I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, if they was involved, what would be the play? What would be the game from that? Because I mean, even if assassinate a president, it's always somebody in line. It's always another person that's gonna fall in line. That don't. I mean, yeah, it will probably slow the country down, but at the same time, like, what was the play?
Well, a lot of people, there are rumors, people speculating because at this point, obviously, none of us we're not on the inside to know some of the information going on, what the police are looking at. The Colombian government, they're doing their own investigation too. There's a lot of stuff coming on that end. Newspapers in Colombia have been putting out some really, really good information. That WhatsApp group where the mercenaries were communicating, where they got recruited at, show you that they were short, and then the guy, the colonel that was leading the group, he was like, I was tasked to lead the group, blaza blaza, and he was asking them if they can find any of their friends that's interesting in this project. So there's a lot of things coming out. We're speculating, but one of the person they are pointing fingers at is the guy who was next in line. Not really so next in line because supposedly he had resigned and the president had picked another vice president. But as soon as this whole thing happened, he declared um, a siege attack under siege, which would have meant that no borders, no planes, all that will be shut down or whatnot. But you saying you declare a situation of the country being under siege, but you telling us the next day, go ahead and do business as usual. Everybody, everything is under control, business back as usual. That whole shit seems shady as hell. So people are pointing fingers at him, and I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be surprised if he was literally in the room with probably the guy who's the head of police, because stuff like this, it ain't just any small Joe on the street, any little soldier on the street. These are really top people. Big cat, some big cat was in the room.
Yeah, and then to add to that, world tip question. I think I heard I was watching a video that was showing you that the president of Venezuela, he was pointing fingers at the United States and in Colombia. He says that how the heck, they saw all of that happen, where these people were like communicating in Colombia and the US and all that stuff. And a country like US, they always know everything. How come,
Yeah, well, okay. Oh,
and
God,
they
they
were
know
doing that? I'm just
everything.
saying, he was saying that kind of makes sense to me, but I can't point no finger because, I don't know.
See,
What
I
I'm saying? I just
welcome.
gotta wait and see.
See, I welcome. See, this is how I am with everything. I welcome healthy skepticism. You should. But whenever people go way too far out there, it's like, oh my God, how come the American, how come, Americans, they know everything, man. They knew I was going to fart. How come they didn't stop me from farting? No, nigga. I mean, mass casualty, mass shooting get planned here in the United States, get taken, oh, here in the United States, that are planned. And those don't get stopped. How the hell they mean that they're gonna know everything that's happening, everything around the world?
But
And they didn't
listen though,
stop
the
this one.
people they were
I don't like
leaving
this.
the
I don't like
country.
this
Yo, they were
premise.
leaving the US though. Like leaving the US to go to a foreign country. It's not something that happened domestically. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like they leaving the
So what?
country
They
and they
went to
have
DR. They went to DR, and then they went through DR, and then they went to the Haiti. It's not that hard. They bought a plane ticket. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, people act like
26 people like leaving like the country like that. Come on, man.
they didn't travel
Oh,
26
come
together,
on,
because you see
man.
one of them
Like
that was in DR. One of them was in DR by himself taking pictures in front of the president, in front of the DR president's palace. And this is why DR has they have ramped up there throughout this whole thing. The whole shit freaked the DR president, because he's going deep. The DR president has been arresting niggas left and right, putting people, corrupted politician in in prison. The DR president, he damn near took the whole army to guard him since this whole thing have happened. One of the mercenaries was in DR taking pictures in front of the palace, and that whole shit, man. I don't like the premise. If the people gonna say stuff, they need to say some logical shit.
bro,
Again, I
but
welcome healthy skepticism.
I disagree, Bello. I disagree, man. Like that. Come on, man. That does make sense, man. Like, come on. Like they're coming from the U.S., leaving the U.S. to go to a different country. 26 of these people,
It
man.
wasn't 20. I don't think they
26.
travel all together though.
But leaving the country like that from Colombia, like it's well, come on, man. There's something suspicious about that. I'm not gonna blame the United States like that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see the whole. I just try to find out. You know what I'm saying? See what happened. If it really, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really think about
So
that.
so
You
so that
know what I'm
means
saying? You
every
can just
time.
say that. Oh
Wait, hold
no,
on,
you
hold
can
on.
blame them.
Let me
You know
entertain.
what I mean?
Let me entertain your, I guess, skepticism. So that means anytime 26 plus people is leaving somewhere, traveling somewhere, the United States, no, the CIA is just tracking them.
They were in connections, bro. They have their record, bro. Trust me, bro. Like the intelligence, man, the U.S. intelligence, bro. They, I'm, I'm telling you, man. Most of the time, they will know, bro. Like if you know what I'm saying. If you
Of
try to,
course,
you
if
know,
something happened, they're investigating them. They're researching. They will be able to research, like just like any decent third grade journalist here, investigative journalist here in the United States, they could piece the puzzle together. The Colombian newspaper already found their WhatsApp group that they recruited them in. Details gonna come out, but just because these details are come out, they'll be like, oh yeah, the United States, this and that. Oh man, the CIA was a black operation. Da da da. I mean, at first when I heard this thing, people were talking about, oh, da da da, highly trained group. Then I'm like, wait, hold on. You mean these highly trained group, these genius went and killed somebody, assassinated somebody, and then after they finished killing the guy, they were just roaming town, like just chilling, like vibing, like it's nothing. Something not adding up. So there's a lot that's not adding up. But I'm not gonna hurry up and conclude and be like, oh yeah, it's the United States, it's the CIA.
yeah. But we're not try to conclude anything though. I'm not trying to do that. But I'm just saying I do question the U.S. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. intelligence. You know what I'm saying? You know
So
that's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
so you are let me make a comment because everyone is saying what the US, what Colombia, what DR, certain things you all let's just be realistic. It's your responsibility to protect your house. We have to stop making excuses for our country lack of. See, Haitians can't just get up and go to DR without DR finding out what the hell you coming here for. It was our responsibility anyway when 26 Colombians was coming into our country, whichever border they were crossing. It was our responsibility to figure what you doing in our house. We can't keep blaming the US for all our problems. We can't, because the US got their own problems. And obviously they ain't really worried about us right now because they not even willing to offer humanitarian crisis. They're not, the way they moving is sickening, because they should open their doors to Haitian people, because it's obvious we have a problem. They sick of us. They tired of trying to help us. Remind you, we just kicked the UN out of our country. So why blame everybody else, you all? Why not say, when are we gonna protect our own house? Whose job is it to protect the house you in right now? First and foremost. Yes, some of y'all can depend on 911, but before 911, aren't you gonna find a way to protect your house? The same way. All these other countries, DR building borders, everybody else is doing their own thing. Man, look, we the people, we want to be protected by the people that get paid to protect us. Quit blaming the US for what they should have done, yada yada yada. We can have the same protocol set in place. I just did a show about that. All right. Why are all these people walking around? Who's sponsoring them in Haiti? What is our immigration policy? When do we hold Haitians, Haiti people accountable for what go on in our country? We need to stop thinking other people gonna keep saving us, because people not, these countries is worried about themselves. They got their own problems. And that's from somebody living in Haiti physically. I can't live in a country where I'm worried about the US running to save me every 5 minutes, man. That's ludicrous.
Of course
you
not.
gotta have
Of course
a system
not.
for yourself and your people.
Of course not. But you know what I'm saying. But sometimes the U.S. can be part of the problem. But I'm not saying that everything is the U.S. We can actually control this. You know what I'm saying. But we just not getting together. We're just not working together. We don't have unity. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand.
Man, the U.S. Let me tell you something. I'm a woman, and I'm just going. I'm on a panel
like that. 100%.
Hold on. I'm on a panel with some men that, people that know me. I'm definitely private. And let me tell you something, the role the U.S. should play. Definitely, if we were going to call the U.S., the president should have called the U.S. a few months ago, because we're worried about one incident. Let's not forget about all the many incidents that took place in our country that didn't get this attention. We should have been asking them for help. And anyways, the game of life, because I'm really, really emotional about this, all right? The game of life is not everybody you meet, you put in your bosom. It's some homies, some dudes you meet, you don't take them to your house. They can either destroy, you don't know what they can come to your house and do. And some of them you done brought to your house, they done came in and did some stuff. Yeah, you forgave down the line, but guess what? You don't never put your guards down with them. The U.S. is that type of friend. Some shoes, they're so pretty for men that don't know. I can't wear them shoes every day. I may wear them once every 6 months for what to look good. The U.S. should have that type of relationship with Haitians. If we can put greed to the side. Now, you need the U.S. because they're world power, but you got to know how to deal with them too. Okay? You can't just keep on putting them in all your business. And no, man, we give the U.S. too much credit in stuff that we messing up, because the U.S. got their country together. But keep in mind, our country is one of the main. Haiti, why it is this way is because of France and U.S. and Canada, all these big countries. We forget that. Then we run to them and ask them for help. For a nation, the smartest politician in Haiti don't come up against a damn fifth grader in America. Can't outsmart them. So what do you think gonna keep happening to us when we keep going and asking for help? I don't know. That's just my honest opinion. You know,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I
and
mean,
until people can see that, I don't know. Yeah,
like
the
for
best
me,
help we can get, best help we want from the U.S. is humanitarian, political asylum. Get us out this country. Because these people can't get it right, and everybody ain't trying to be down with what's going on. Until stuff can calm down for people to come back and be an asset, get some people out this country so these people can have a relief. These people have suffered far too long under the hands of who and what. Nobody knows. Nobody cares in Haiti. The suffering go on. Life go on for many people in Haiti.
yeah. I do agree with you, Marie. But my thing was the only thing I was saying that with this situation that happened from they're coming from the U.S. to go to Haiti to kill our president. I'm just saying that's kind of suspicious to me. After that, I'm not saying that everything we do or this and that. No,
who left the U.S.? Who came from the U.S.?
all these dudes they knew Colombia and the US. They knew their records. You know what I'm saying? Colombia let these people, but I don't know the exact details. But I know they come from the US, a few of them, and
No,
then
there
also
was
from
two
Colombia.
guys. There was two other guys.
So they were able to leave these two countries just like that, and they know what's going on and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that, like
No,
I said, I'm
it's
not
just two
blaming.
guys.
Okay,
Listen, bro.
that I have some questions. You know what I'm saying? I still have some question about that. How did that happen? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
How did two guys go to Haiti?
I'm talking about the whole crew, bro. All of them, all these mercenaries, bro.
Come on, bro. What you think they went over there with a T-shirt that say mercenaries in the front or something?
Their passports show that, and if you live in the country to go to a different country, I
I
mean,
mean, it's
they'll
come
get
on,
you.
bro. Haiti's a country just like any other countries, right? Just like Americans go to DR. If some Americans go do some bullshit in DR, it won't mean all this. Oh my God, the CIA knew, blah blah. Americans travel to DR in Colombia all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I bet you they
so
found out other informations about when something else happened. Some other countries when people are leaving to, what I'm saying, try to commit some terrorist act to other countries. I bet you they found out a lot. A lot of time they do find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
bro,
saying that's why I question about
how
this
many
one. I told
attacks?
you didn't know about this one. That's what I'm saying. You know?
You see, here's the thing though. What you're saying, see, I understand the healthy skepticism. But when you're saying stuff, the stuff you're saying, you have to remember in which context you're saying it. Like, you can look at here in the United States. How many terrorist attacks have had happened here where it was international? We're talking about like Al Qaeda, freaking what's the other one? Al Qaeda and Muslim Brotherhood, ISIS and shit like that. Look how many attacks the country has had. You know how big? I mean, I was in the military. Do you know how big the military force of the United States is? How much resources that they have, and that still happened to them? Do you know how much of the percentage of that resources incompetence? One of the main thing I always talk to my homeboys about in my WhatsApp group, my Haitian homeboys, and I always talk. I mean, the same shit that what Marie was saying. Haiti got a lot of incompetent people in it. Because again, though, I just talk about like the same what I just talked about earlier. A lot of one of the most top and most well-educated groups of Haitians in the 60s, 70s, 80s left Haiti, even the 90s left Haiti. So when that's happening, even now, all of the people that want to leave Haiti are you got people that are in the last year of their medical school. I was watching a channel on YouTube. Damn, what's that channel? Webster Five Languages. He teaches people how to speak Portuguese and Spanish and stuff like that. He calls himself Prof. And he give Haitians information how to find visa to leave Haiti and stuff like that. He was saying there are guys in the last year of medical school trying to leave Haiti. So that's one of the most well educated, well trained group of people you have to put the country at a better situation, and they're leaving the country. So never mind that. So Haiti don't have all these kind of resources that you're talking about. And then the stuff you're talking about, like, oh, they should have known, blah blah blah. People travel. Haiti's a country just like any other country. It may have its own problems and stuff, but Haiti's like a normal country. They have laws for everything, right? Even some of the things that I criticize, right? Sometimes they don't do it right. But the people just don't follow the rules. Haitians are really rebellious. Y'all know our history. And Haiti is not Haiti. Haitians are not Haitians just because they just want to be Haitians. Haitians, it's in the DNA of Haitians of who they are. Like if you know Haitians, you know Haitians. When people meet Haitians, they know Haitians. Haitians are one of the most unique group of people, Africans on this side of the diaspora. We are one of the most Africans that left Haiti that are still on this side. We are the most African on this side. Maybe outside of maybe the Brazilians or whatnot. When you look at us, we have the most similarity to Africans that's living to Africa right now than most blacks that's living on this side of the world. You ever watching a Nigerian movie? You see the Nigerian person, they sucking their teeth like, and then they, sometimes if they're calling you, if your name is Richie, they say Richie oh, Richie oh. In Haiti, they talk the exact same way. The way we suck our teeth and be like, and you cut your eyes the exact same way the Jamaicans do it too. The Jamaicans are really, really African too. They do the exact same thing. The same. Like we've never been to Africa. When you watch an African movie, look at the Nigerians. We do the exact same thing. So Haitians are really, really, really freaking African, and we're really proud. And this is why we kicked the French out because we were so fucking proud. Haitians will be poor as shit, and they will turn down the best thing you can give us because we got so much pride and we want to do it our own selves. But Haitians are really rebellious. This is why Papa Duck, he was a dictator, but he was one of the only leader that actually could lead the country and make something great at the country. That's why the whole idea of democracy, it's not for everybody. If you look at a lot of leaders around the world, the United States, French, all of these other top countries, they try to put the idea of democracy to these other countries, whether it's in Africa. You got Paul Mugabe. He be beefing with these other countries. He be telling them, y'all don't know the DNA of my country. Y'all don't know my people. How y'all telling me what kind of government my people need? Because it's a certain group of people, a certain population, you give them choices, them motherfuckers don't know how to choose.
Hey,
I mean, it's not no.
Yeah, you brought up some good points. Let me try to let Brother Irwin jump in there. We're going on like 2 hours. And I want him to chime in a little bit, see what he got to say. But this is a great discussion tonight. I'm glad y'all came on.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
We can hear you.
I wanted to address. First of all, I think everybody made some very valid points. I think Gino said a lot of stuff that's interesting about having like competent and useful facts that's based in logic. And I think the young woman that spoke earlier, especially considering the fact she's in the island, made a lot of good points. It's really 3 things I want to address. The first thing, I was reading a comment where somebody spoke about how much money is like allocated to Haiti or other countries that may get money, and how the money's managed and they can use the money to like fix the country. Like, yeah, America gives millions, billions of dollars to various countries throughout the world. And what a lot of people don't understand is that these countries are not just receiving a check and America says, okay, you handle it how you want. The way this country operates, the United States, is we'll give a country like Haiti, which is considered a third world country, and everybody has their ideology of what third world is. But the whole point is, if let's just say 13 million is allocated, for health, for whatever reasons, or some type of disease or famine or whatever is taking place. There are thousands and thousands of American workers, medical workers, military, people who advise, who do different things that the country, the United States, sends over there. They're not just giving 13 million and it's 13 million just sitting there. Their money is being monitored and it's being expended the way the United States wants it expended. All of these people, workers, whether it be humanitarian efforts, the government wants to call it, or something under the control of the United Nations, these American workers that are over there, that are living in Haiti and quote unquote helping the people, giving vaccines, giving out medication, providing education, helping with clothes, food, these workers or employees or humanitarians, whatever you want to call them, there's checks and balances being written off for their per diem, for their rent, for their home, for their travel. That 13 million that's given to this country is being used to pay for these people's expenses as well. So it's not all of this money that's being allocated to fix the roads that you think that the country is mismanaging. Yes, there are mismanagement in the country. A lot of corrupt officials, a lot of corrupt people in government. But I just want people to really understand, don't think because you read the United States gave 20 million to Haiti, that Haiti got all of the 20 million. That's one thing I want to put out there. Another thing, the young lady who spoke made some very good points on countries like DR handling people coming into the country, how things are done. They have their own intelligence. You know, we shouldn't have to rely on outside countries to help. I agree with that 100%, to a degree, and to the degree of when you have a leader of 10 plus million people who has a country that is part of the United States. And the reason I say part of the United States is because they're in the United Nations. And the whole purpose of the United Nations is to instill peace in other countries, international peace and security. When you have a president who is 600 miles away from Miami, a president running a democratic republic, which has offers coming from Russia, offers coming from China, which are communist countries, the same way Cuba gets these type of perks or deals or assistance, and other countries sanction them. When you have a country like Venezuela, which is not far away from Florida, Cuba, not far away from Florida, a country like Haiti, which can also be a part of those alliances, not far away from Florida, and the president is reaching out for help, who is part of the United Nations, it, in my opinion, and people can disagree, it is your duty to assist them. The same reason you assisted Cuba when they were going through their issues, because you saw the problem of political asylum and people leaving Cuba, and you now having to provide them with housing and food and medical and all kinds of things. This is the same thing that can happen to this 10 million people. And I don't know all the details. There's a lot of things coming out daily, but we do know for a fact, it does not matter if it was 2 days before the assassination. It doesn't matter if it was 1 month before the assassination or 2 years ago when he was giving speeches and asking for help. America should have been there to respond. As quick as they were able to send troops and FBI people over there to help with assistance after the assassination is just as fast as they were able to do it when a president 600 miles away asks for assistance. So I agree with countries handling their own and doing things, themselves. I totally agree with that because many countries are able to do it. But just as, she sounds very well educated, and just as you spoke about us being sanctioned, from France or from the United States or from Canada, and countries not doing business with us because we actually fought for our freedom. And this is the consequence of fighting for our freedom. With all this time that has passed, we should not be in a situation like this. Now, something that Gino was saying about America knowing it all. You speak on something very, very interesting, because when it comes to intelligence, this continent that we're on, the United States intelligence, this is why we have one of the toughest militaries. We have bases all around the world. We have people working with other people's governments. We know of the kidnappings that's been going on in Haiti. We know of the killings of the gangs that's been going on in Haiti. We know of other attempts as far as assassination taking place with the president. Whether people want to say it's not true, the president, he did it himself to make people think whatever. The whole point is America knows about this. We have intelligence. The way we can know what Maduro is doing, the way that we can find people who make travel things on YouTube and they go to Colombia and they get arrested. Like, we have people working with other people's governments. We have ships in the ocean. We break peace treaties all the time for spying left and right, things that you don't hear about. We have drones. We have satellites. We have intelligence beyond things that we see in movies, beyond things that we can imagine. With all the knowledge we have and all the things that we've done and all the corruption that America has done throughout the years and all the spy treaties broken, I refuse to believe that the United States of America did not predict what was going to happen, was not aware of this particular situation, or did not have intelligence of it. There's a difference between having the intelligence and not acting upon it and doing nothing with it, as compared to not knowing at all. And I don't feel the United States is a country that is so naive that we could not provide our own security detail to a country that's 600 miles away, because we knew that there was assassination attempts taking place. We know that there's an election taking place in a couple of months. We know this president fought for a referendum to change the Constitution. We are aware of all of those things. We are aware of why the people are not happy with it, or why some are extremely happy with it. There's no reason for us to not have provided American trained, American detailed people to train his people, or to provide him with that. We're not asking for 10,000 troops or 20,000 troops to come and occupy the country, because that's a bill that the country gets. When America sends these units to your country to assist, believe me, it's not free. There's checks and bills that have to be paid for that when you're asking for assistance. But there's no reason we couldn't provide a president 600 miles away with security detail. That's really the part that I really wanted, the three things that I wanted to address with what everybody was saying. But I love this conversation, just for the record.
All right, let me pay the bills real quick, because I know y'all long-winded. Shout out to HD Chillin'. I'm gonna let you answer that Erwin in a minute. Shout out to Miss Felicia for the Cash App donation. Appreciate you. HD Chillin' says Haiti is not the United States problem. Haiti is a Haiti problem. I'm just a moderator. So what's your thoughts on that, Erwin?
Here's my thoughts. If Haiti was not a United States problem, the United States would have never interfered when once Russia offered Haiti help.
Wow. Yeah, man. I've been doing a little research on it. Saw a lot of the stuff the West did in the 80s and 90s. It was ridiculous, man.
But listen though, I think you're wrong about that part right there. If you understand geopolitics, world geopolitics, Russia saying they're gonna give Haiti help is really like, it was just like really little pawns and shit. They were just moving on the board against the United States, which didn't mean anything. They were really serious about it or whatnot. I mean, we know that. Like just stop playing that. Like, they're way over there. They got so much going on over there in their head in Europe and things of that nature. Come on, man. Like, it's not even that serious, man.
Here's the thing I want to say, right? I'm not disagreeing with you. And you know, I play chess as well, you know, and yeah, it might have been a pawn move, it might have been a strategic move, but the United States is playing chess as well. Whether
Yeah.
Russia was serious about it or not, that's not a that's not a gamble the United States wants to take with when the country's 600 miles away from land, from the mainland. So whether Russia was serious or not, it caused America to pay attention and to send help over there.
Yeah.
So that way Haiti can say, oh, okay, we got the US about to assist us. We don't have to deal with Russia. But was there
Listen,
really assistance?
Haitians have to fix their own problem, bro. Here's the thing. I have these long, extensive conversation with my uncle, and I'm literally fighting with this guy, right? He's an old head, you know, and they really want to be like, oh, the United States this, the United States that, and I'm like, look, Haitians need to take care of their own selves, man, because you know, there's this thing, you know, Haitian to Haitian, right? We know Haitians are hard to please. Haitians are like really like African American. Just some of the same conversations you're having right now. You see how people will disagree on like a certain leaders, black leaders, African American have, and those black leaders are really trying to do their best, and some are maybe crooked or whatnot. But you see the same disagreement.
Am I still
I'm
around?
glad you mentioned that because I was going to mention that. Mm.
I can't hear Gino. Is he still talking?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know if I got.
I hear you, Mary. I hear you asking if I can hear
Okay,
you. I don't know if you can hear me. Can
I
you
can
hear
hear
me,
you now.
Marie?
Oh, okay. So one
I
of
can
the
hear you
things I
now.
want to mention, and I will have to leave you guys in a few. Yeah, I can hear you all, but one of the main things you are is about really like focusing on bringing about assistance to the mass. Like I really want to promote Haiti and get and encourage the crowd. I think is it Bello Gino? One of you all is saying we need to bring back those crowd. We need more and more people because we cannot all run from this country because no matter what, we are Haitian and we represent our country wherever we're at physically. What gets me the most, you all, is the state of our country. Imagine all the money which was put into this. Now, we're speaking of the money the US sends. Someone mentioned how the US gives the money, but the money is not audited. So it's our decision to actually disperse that money properly and make sure that it goes to a valuable cause. All of you all, do you know how much of a difference we could have made for the people with that money? Possibly money that could belong to the people to begin with. That's the sad part, you all. That's the sad part because all of that money, you got children unable to go to school, you got hungry people in this country. Let's not forget about those, the mass. The majority of our country lives in poverty. The majority. I don't care who likes that or not. Come to Haiti physically, and I want you to tell me differently. Now, you do have it where the rich, yeah, they stand out, but you got a lot of our own people that was born and raised, their heritage, they are Haitians that are suffering. How cold do we get where we stop valuing human lives? That we're willing to disperse so much into taking, then giving back. People not thinking of it that way. I don't know, but and I know that you probably like Marie, nobody cares about that, but it's just a reality. We're in millions. Come on, and we depend on you all. The people depend on you all to make way for them to lead them.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Let
know.
me have a quick, let me have a quick take on AG's chilling comment. I think he's right, but at the same time, you know, when you look at it, Haiti problem is Haiti problem. Yes, okay. If our leaders take their responsibilities, you know, it is our own problem. We could solve it, you know. But at the same time, you know that it's also the U.S. problem because anything that happened around the world, the U.S. man, like they should be there for Haiti. They should be able to assist Haiti, and they know that that's their duty. You know what I'm saying? To How come whenever it's some other country have problems, they always
bro.
there to to support
Listen,
them,
listen.
to
You're
offer
not. You're
help.
not. If you were talking about humanitarian situation, and I can understand maybe it's
Yes.
humanitarian because some people cannot eat, some people are really suffering. Say that again, sister.
No, 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 no. I'm listening. I'm
I just
listening. I'm
there's something
sorry.
I want to state. If you read the comment
Yeah.
that Mr. Miami said at HD, the Jewish German problem is not a U.S. problem either. But for years, billions of dollars is spent to Israel yearly for what cause? That's a very good point.
True. I agree with that.
I mean, you're looking at it in a greater context of white supremacy and all the whole Judeo-Christian approach, or whatnot. They
So,
trying to,
but
if
Gina, when you say that, so so let me get this straight because I don't want to I don't want to misunderstand what you're saying. With you bringing race and ethnicity into it, are we making a difference on why that's being done versus why Haiti is not being done? So, are we stating that according to the U.S., there is some type of race or ethnicity issue with that particular part of the island and why it's not treated like others?
no, no. The context you have to understand is as far as y'all bring the, I mean, these people from Israel right now, they go, they help them get their own land. They provide weapons for them to defend themselves or whatnot. I mean, it's in a whole religious white supremacy preferred religion and ideals. Protecting white supremacy, protecting their own interest. I mean, it's not in the interest to, like, I mean, I guess yeah, that's more, the Jews are more in the interest of their ideals of white supremacy to protect them and provide for them. I guess it's more their interest than to do that for a country where these people are so fucking Africans. Like, these people are like fucking magic. We're like magical. Like, Haitians are so fucking unique. We still practice voodoo. We are the most Africans on this side of the world. And it's no reason why people run from us, because it's like people scared of us. We're like one of the most Africans on this side of the hemisphere.
Because
Um,
you're right, because we're closer to where we came from a little bit more than a lot of other nations on this side of the hemisphere. And there's a lot of miseducation and people don't understand. It naturally brings a fear or a dislike or, being ashamed
well, this is
in my
why.
personal
I
opinion.
mean, this is why. Here's the thing, right? I can tie this whole thing into this thing, right? This is the story that was said when when these people went over there to do the attack. Was the guy was on this bullhorn saying, "This is a DA operation." Don't shoot on these guys. Don't shoot on these guys. They are running a DA operation. This is a DA operation, and people are saying, "Wait, how come?" And Rich was saying this. How come, like, they go over there and, like, they have authority like this, and and they just they can go say they DEA, and they just let them do whatever they want. That's because of the way us Africans, just like Black Americans, we've been so brainwashed to see these white people like they're bigger than what they are. We always believe that their ice is colder than our,
I,
their
I
ice is the coldest.
Here's
Like
the thing.
it,
I agree with you, Gino. In this particular situation, when we're talking about presidential security, I wouldn't think that that would particularly apply. Those that security detail has training, and they would already have received orders that America is on their way, or whatever the case
Hmm.
is, or DEA is on their way. I believe as more of the story comes out and we
the
know what takes place.
story, one of the lines in this whole story, um, is because one of the line in this whole story is that, um, I guess the president, they said that the president call, asking for help, and he's head of security. He's a young
Exactly.
guy. He's a young guy, and this guy, to give you some context, his name is Dimitri Herod, some shit like that. I can pronounce it in English, but Dimitri is his name, and he's a young
Yeah.
cat. The
Yep.
last president is the one that selected him, put him in the position, right? So the branch of the police, the that branch that you need that he's in is like the Secret Service, right? That protect the president.
Mm-hmm.
The head, one of the guy who's like one of the directors of the Secret Service, he was put in that place. He got promoted as a police officer, got sent to I think he went to Colombia. He went to a lot of places, a lot around Latin America to get training for that, right? And his name is brought up that he took some trips to Colombia, right?
Yeah.
I just sent Rich an article. There's a Haitian doctor that just got arrested. That's the third Haitian that got named in this case. The case is making way. It's being worked because the FBI went down there. The FBI went down there. I mean, so, and the Colombians, they're in it too. They're into this investigation. So this is why I'm not really big on just taking shit and just be like, oh, let's just guess it's this and that. Let's just follow the facts.
Exactly.
Let's not speculate. Let's not speculate.
Yeah. Well,
Let's not speculate.
here's my thing, and I agree with you. I think we need to wait for all the facts before we can say what takes place. But I mean, when we're looking at the facts or the evidence of what we have now, so far in front of us, in my personal opinion, I believe the president's personal security detail knew something, because you're not going to walk in this man's house. You're not going to walk in this man's house, and he's the president of the United States, whether he's in his own city, his own town, his own area, and his security detail can allow 26 men on that property with armed weapons stating that they're from the United States. That does, to me, I find the problem right there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
that's true. I agree with you, brother.
Because I don't care what country you're in. I don't care if you're Haiti. I don't care if you're Jamaica. I don't care if you're a fucking island I never heard of. If you are the president's security detail, you're not a regular nigga on the street.
Well, the thing is, you don't know when you don't understand Haiti itself. And like I said, everything I was just trying to lay it as far as the DNA and the
Listen,
makeup
I
of
not
Haitians.
only I
Listen,
understand Haiti.
and listen, how Haitians are so really complicated. Like, bro, you don't even know. Like, bro, the whole probably 50% of the Haitian police is made up of niggas that are like mafiosos, niggas that are like in the streets that know niggas in the streets.
I'm not talking.
These niggas,
I'm not talking about the police.
These Secret Service niggas are like niggas that are like in the street niggas.
I'm not talking.
When you don't
about,
understand this shit, you kind of make it like as this big thing. You just gotta drop a big bag. You drop a big bag on the nigga.
No, I understand it perfectly. Believe me. And what I'm telling you is these personal security detail dudes are not regular dudes you see on the street.
Bro,
I know what you mean. Like now they have a lot of police people that were just regular street niggas. But I'm talking about presidential security. These dudes receive special training.
Listen, there was rumors. There was rumors about.
Let's keep one thing I want to keep in mind. Okay, Haiti has embassies for different countries. These people that I'm speaking about are people who work and deal regularly with the embassies. These are professional people. These aren't the Bundys or little gangsters you see in the street now getting guns and police uniforms and saying they're police. I'm talking about presidential security detail.
Bro.
Hey, can one of y'all answer this question when y'all get a second? Or both of y'all, or whatever.
Shout out to they don't look like African countries for help. I mean, African countries got their own issues too. I mean, this is not really a complex question from my perspective. That's a good question. Say what?
I said I think that's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, that's not. I mean, it's a good question, but it's not a good question. I mean, Come on, man. African countries got their own issues. You know, they're way over there. They got their own. I mean, we just have to be honest with ourselves. We need to stop looking for people for help. Because one of the things I want to raise in this
I
whole
mean,
thing,
here's
we
the thing,
blame
right?
people too much. Every time we fuck up something, we keep blaming the United States. So why don't we
I
just
mean,
leave them out in
Come
our
on,
shit?
man,
We
I
Bello,
can
mean,
do
Gino,
our
I
own
stop
mean,
shit.
that,
We can
bro.
own it.
I don't think it's
let's
like
be
that, though.
realistic
I don't
about
think,
this.
Bello, I don't think it's like that, bro. Like, we don't blame. I know some people do the whole heads, whatever, but like for me, I don't blame the United States, bro,
Oh no,
for
I'm not
anything.
blaming the
You know
United
what I
States
mean?
at all.
Yeah.
But I'm saying anybody who believes the United States didn't have intelligence is I don't understand how you can believe that. But I'm not saying this is the United States' fault. If we're talking about years of history and what brought Haiti to this point, to where now it's the example of the world of what happens when Black people unite to fight their oppressors, and then the country is put into debt, and things are subsidized to take away the natural talents that people have and put the company into further put the country into further poverty. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for that, and there's a lot of countries involved for that. But what I'm speaking about is this particular assassination. I'm not blaming it on the United States.
Sunday, man. Sunday, man. IT is complex, bro. IT is so complex, bro. You know, in Haiti, there's a thing, you know, Haiti is really, it can be a dangerous place, but it can be a safe place too.
Of course.
But if you know how to navigate the terrain, that's
Yeah,
what they
like
used to
Chicago.
always say. That's how no. Listen. IT is really unique, bro. You have to understand this. They always tell you this. IT, because there are a lot of people that they just don't have. It's a land of the haves and the haves not. Haves and the haves not. And people envy people for any little thing. People will do things to people and hurt people or take people thing or scam people any way they can. But when Haiti is at the normal pace and the normal even tempo where it's kind of like okay to navigate it, this is how you have to navigate it. There's this thing that called people always Haitian people always like to say, "Faut que servi." You must serve, meaning you must serve. You have to serve the people. What serving the people mean? You have to look out for people. When you see people, you pull up, you go somewhere. Let's say you left the United States, you go to Haiti. Your neighborhood is not too bad or whatever, but you never know what can happen to you. So when you in your neighborhood, you're chilling. You see some guys, they chilling, they playing dominoes. Bro, you go over there, you show them love, and you tell them what beers you are drinking. Y'all buy a case of beer for them. Y'all just look out for me, just chill. Just like when you go to Colombia, you do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
I went to
that's what I'm
Colombia, I
saying.
did the exact same thing.
What you're
Like
saying is
I chill.
standard.
Listen. You know, they want you to show them love. And if the person's hungry and you know they ask you for some money, you have to look out for them. You're like, man, I don't have $10. He's $5, man. Hold this shit down, man. And they got you. And it might be one day you're about to get killed. So many people in Haiti almost lost their lives like that. Somebody was supposed to kidnap them. Guess what? The person they used to feed, they used to buy some beers for, they always look out for, that person was saved. And they're like, no, we're not gonna happen this person. I know him. A lot of people, their life got saved like that. So you have to
Listen,
know how to navigate the people,
here's
how
the
to
thing.
vibe with the people to
Everything
survive in Haiti.
everything you're telling me is everything that I've seen in pretty much every country I've been to, in different, even in different states. As a matter of fact, it's a cultural thing. People could say the same thing applies to DR. There's many Dominicans that are like that as well. It's a cultural thing. Some people might call it Southern hospitality.
Yeah, you can say so. Yeah, you can say so. You can say so. But it's just that nothing, you know how they say, believe none of what you see, half of what you
You hear?
believe none of what you hear, half of what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Haiti is like literally like that. Like believe none of what you hear, a little bit of what you see.
Yeah.
And trust me, you see a lot of shit in Haiti. And it's just when you see things, man, it's just, bro. I know people are saying there was his security guard, blah blah blah. Money will get you anything, will get you far in Haiti, bro. And who's that? You got some music. Yeah, he survived a coup d'etat back in February, and people were saying that he was too stingy because they helped him out and shit like that, blah blah blah. It's just like black people here, man. If you got a business and they come to your business and you charging them for something, motherfucker be like, they always want you to give them a discount and shit. And let's say you work somewhere, you handle the accounting and you cutting checks for people, and they're like, "Oh man, you just hitting checks hot. You don't look out for me, man. You don't look out for me." But you're not supposed to be doing that. So you're supposed to be handling the money how the money's supposed to be handling. And he was that way. He was trying to be that way. So a lot of people was like, he's stingy, because usually when people are in position where they got authority to grab money or do things with money, they usually just giving out to his friends. He wasn't doing that. And he's like, man, this nigga's not playing ball. What the fuck?
It's exactly what it is. And then you
Yeah.
have a lot of those senators who involved in different corporations and different businesses and who have certain contracts. And it's just he actually came in changing the system, and they thought he was going to play ball with them, and they didn't realize that he was actually for the poor people.
Yeah, he's one of the first one who challenged what happened, right? We can sum it up like this. There's a lot of line to this story. I mean, and I hate to say this, and I mean, it's a very unfortunate situation, but I can't wait till Hollywood make a movie about this whole shit. It's gonna be so beautiful, because this whole shit, I would love to see a movie about this. But we're literally watching a movie in our lives, like a live movie, like literally. We feel like we're actors in this movie too. But it was complicated, man. He had a lot of people that didn't understand what he was standing for, and killing him, they ended up proving him right. He wasn't a great president, but what happened, he made some mistake. He got into some big boys league shit, mafioso shit. He wasn't hard-hearted enough to just murk niggas like Aristide, laying niggas down. Like Duvalier, he wasn't gonna murk niggas like that. These niggas was already killing him. These niggas was already calling him a dictator.
Yep.
Like, the game he got in was just too big for him, the levels. And he got eaten alive, bro. Aristide had a foreign crew. He was paying foreign crews to protect him. You know, the DR president is locking a lot of DR politician up. When this shit happened, he had to ramp up his fucking security. Like, if you go by the palace, it's like crazy right now. Jovenel got into such a big league that he just didn't know the type of what kind of fucking pack of wolves he went on attack. And he got eaten up. And they were saying this nigga was all this, all that, all that. This nigga, if he was, there's so much guns in Haiti, bro. It's not even funny, bro. M14, AK-47, niggas that can't even buy a McDonald's value meal got fucking AK-47 in their hand. Like, it's crazy, man.
Shout out to Tapatuan, man. Question for the panel: how many people have been to Haiti as an adult? Why and why not?
I've been there. I've been there numerous times.
I can't say many
times. I haven't been yet. It's been 24 years. I came when I was 16. I came here to the States when I was 16, but it's been 24 years now, man. I haven't been to Haiti. I haven't been back. And because of my people, you know what I'm saying? My mother, she would always tell me don't go, because, you know, all my close relatives, we're all here. So my brothers and sisters and all that. So I couldn't, my mother wouldn't let me go. So I'm like, all right. So I kept that mindset, like, oh, okay, I ain't messing with Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go
Oh
ahead though.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, but now I understand. You know what I mean? My eyes are open. You know what I mean? So now, I can go to Haiti. I'm just waiting for the right time to go back.
I used to go every year, but last time I went there was like 2017. I haven't been there since. But it was a time I used to go like every year.
Yeah, my homeboys just got back from over there. I mean, I've been there twice. Like after 10 years in 2009, and then back again after another 10 years in 2019 for my grandfather's funeral. I mean, it was hot. It was hot over there too. It was right around the time when they had the
Mhm.
lockdown. They gave Jovenel Moise, you know, they said they was gonna lock up the country. The rich people, Bulos,
Mhm.
they gave those politicians a lot of money to lock down the country, man.
Oh yeah, and they've been making
To
money
lock
every
down
year.
the country. And I went to this funeral. The town where the airport at in Cap Haitian, we had to go naive right after the funeral. We had to just like hop in the car and hit the road because it was like a 4 hour, about a 4 hour drive, about 4 or 5 hour drive to get back into the town because we wanted to be in the town where the airport at because we didn't want to get locked up on the other side of the side of the country. Like that shit was going down. And since around that time, man, they just been giving that nigga so much time, man. This nigga got elected in 2015, man. They wouldn't give him within 5 months, within 8 months, these niggas was already complaining. Then they said, man, your presidency ends February 2021. Then it's like, yo, if you knew my presidency ends in February 21, why since after 5 months, after my first 5 months in power, you started giving me trouble. These niggas, man, I'll tell you, these niggas, you can't lose, you can win with them, bro. It's just
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. Haitians are just like I say black Americans somewhat. You can't win, you can't lose, man. You see some of the same stuff here, man. And black people, man, you just can't please them, man. And whenever they have too many choices, they don't know what the fuck to do, man. That's why you need like a Duvalier, so that all you gonna do what I tell you to do. You ain't gonna have that many choices, man.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is though, like I'm not gonna blame I can't really blame the little guys because so we have to start with the politicians, you know what I'm saying? Because they're the one, with the who corrupt, you know what I'm saying? With the corrupt mind, you know what I mean? So we can't really blame the little people because it and it's not really the people, it's sometimes the gang, the senators and all that, get a little money from these guys and then go ahead and and it's go to the ghettos and just just giving out money and be like, okay, go out there, man, and go on the streets and protest. And and then they just go do it, you know what I mean? But it's not really the majority of the people, the population don't really is are not really into that. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's sad.
the ones from the top, well, those are the ones to blame. You know,
Oh
it's
yeah.
tough,
Oh
man.
yeah. A lot of people, they're just misleading the people, man. People will lie. People will lie. They will support. So right now, the fighting that's happening with as far as like who's in charge, you have Claude Joseph. He took charge, but like there's this one other guy that the president had picked before he got killed that was supposed to get it became the vice president, but that guy had not get it sworn in yet. So for that reason, the old prime minister that resigned, that was supposed to leave, came back to power, and a lot of people looking at him like, "Yo, why you resign? You just resign." And you gave the turn the keys to all the buildings and cars and stuff like that. You resigned, and how come now, once the president died, you just popped up your head again because the last guy before he got killed, he had selected another guy that was going to be the vice president, but that guy had not sworn in yet. and you just resign. Yeah, you just pop your head talking about, oh, now I'm in charge, blah blah blah. Where I'm declaring a country, the country's under siege, da da da. So he's looking suspicious too. Um, but it's just the contradiction in the people. This was so confusing and beautiful, right? A lot of people hated Jovenel. They felt like the population was suffering and he wasn't doing anything for the people. That is true. So people that kill him, they thought once they kill him, the people gonna come out into the streets, gonna have a big ass party. Yay! This nigga is dead. They really thought that. They really thought once they kill him, the people were just gonna party. Oh my God, we killed this dictator. That's what they thought. None of that shit happened, right? None of that shit happened. The people are pissed, because the way he got killed. They're not pissed because he was just Jesus Christ. He was just king. No, they're pissed because of the way he got killed. He got killed so dirty, and it's a prime example that show you
Well, no,
the
I wouldn't say that's why the people are pissed.
the
Like,
people are pissed because of the way he got killed.
it's not just the
The
way that he got killed. Through
the
his
people
death.
are pissed because of the way he got killed, and then for all the whole context of what he was fighting for. If
Oh,
they were
okay, yeah.
willing to kill him,
That's what I was gonna
this
say, because
that
there's
that
also a lot of
raw.
stuff that he exposed out
If
through
they
the years.
if they will kill him right in our faces like this because he was fighting against these exact same people he knew he was fighting against, the rich people. That's
Yeah.
who we're looking at right now. That's what we're looking at right now. And right before he got killed, there was a warrant after Bulos for Bulos to get arrested. One of the rich guy, this rich guy, 2 days before the president got assassinated, hired a Washington firm. He hired a Washington firm to do lobby for him because he wants to run for president.
Who?
Bulos.
Are you serious, bro?
He hired a lobby firm 2 days before Jovenel got killed. He's supposed to be running for president. He's
Oh shoot!
homeboy with
Had to the
he
know.
listen.
Had to the
Bulos
know.
Bulos is homeboy with Don Cato. Bulos
Who?
is homeboy with Don Cato. Don Cato is the nigga that's a singer who became a senator. Don Cato
Yo,
got dread. Don Cato went to the Senate floor. He was throwing feces on the Senate floor. These niggas are so dirty with their politics. It's not even funny, bro.
yeah, man. Like, the people, like, he was really, now people realize, even I realized that, he was fighting in favor of the little guys. You know what I'm saying? So now people, everybody, oh my God, we need justice for you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, for
listen,
Joe Bell.
there's
And
a
that's a
lot of
beautiful
people that
thing. I really
realize that
love that.
now.
Huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that realize that now, because you got to think the opposition for years has been funding all of these gangs, providing them with weapons, and encouraging the kidnappings and things like that, so that way they can make Jovenel look bad. In the meantime, Jovenel is exposing all of these people with contracts. He's exposing what they're doing with them, like basically what's taking place. Why are people not having electricity? Why are people not having water in certain areas? When all money is being allocated toward this, but these people, like you guys were saying earlier, how some of the Haitian people are stubborn or they don't have the education. They're being paid $100 from other gangsters to either do certain things or assist them in doing something, and to them that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, because how else are the guns getting through the borders of Haiti to get in these bandits' hand? In the meantime, they've been trying to eliminate the president for so long, and he's slowly been exposing stuff. And then now, like you got, like Gino said, now that he's gone, all the people who really believed in what the rich people were saying and what they were coerced into doing are really seeing now who really benefits from this, and that he was actually fighting for them. Like he built roads in places in Haiti that never had road that you couldn't go. There's a lot of things that he centralized where you would have to go to Port-au-Prince to get certain things done or receive certain documents. And he decentralized it. So where you had different parts of Haiti so that people don't have to go to one particular part to get a license or to get a certificate to do something like that. There's a lot of things that he started instilling that, the opposition was not happy with because it takes money from them, you know. So, now that his death is here, the people are beginning to see that and things are getting exposed. So just like how you said, you're realizing now that he was actually doing good. There's a lot of people realizing that now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's facts, bro. Like even I started realizing that. Like I told you, man. Like I'm like, wow, because I used to be like, man, this guy, I don't know, man. He doesn't look like he can do the job, things like that. And but I was always kind of doubted. I always kind of knew that it was like those rich people, man. They were the one that providing guns and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff, man, to the ghettos. You know what I'm
To the
saying? In the
gang, yeah, to
ghettos.
the ghettos.
You know what I'm saying? I always knew that, you know what I mean? But I was just like, man, I don't know if I should trust this guy, to do the job. But now I realize, I'm like, wow, he was really fighting, bro. He was
And
really
he and,
fighting.
and, and he worked his way up, like he come from, he don't come from much. He worked his way up.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
Yeah,
thing
man.
too. It's the example. Um, he personified the really poor, nappy headed nigga who come from nothing, but he was a hard worker. He was a successful businessman, and they don't like how just because he's not seen as the polished French speaking, acting like he's very, there's, highly educated, big words, bureaucrat, like a fancy intellectual. He doesn't come across that way. So you had a class of people in Haiti in the intellectual class who hated him for that because he just doesn't seem that because how Haitians are. Haitians are really like very some Haitians, right? I mean, I know sometimes I can be that too, but Haitians are really into some Haitians, but a lot of Haitians in Haiti, but even some Haitians in the United States, some African Americans accuse us for that. We're really like bougie type or whatnot, blah blah blah. Some educated Haitians are that way, and Haitian intellectuals are seen to be that way. People that that get into powers, that get into places that come with big titles. You must have that pretentious French speaking. I'm so smart using big words. You're supposed to portray all of that bullshit. But Jovenel, he is from the countryside. He's a farmer. He had contracts selling plantains to other countries and shit like that. He had dealership, auto parts, auto part dealers, auto part stores and stuff like that. He had water company. He was a successful business man, but he's not like this little intellectual, big word speaking. So a lot of people despise him for that because the intellectual class and the political class, that's one of the things they use to look at him like, this nigga doesn't represent us. He can't represent us. He doesn't speak French. He doesn't act like he's this big intellectual. And then he come from the countryside. He looks too dirty to represent us. A lot of people literally will talk about him just like that way. So this is why it hurts so much because they feel like this nigga represents all of us. Yeah, heard me?
Yeah, we got you loud and clear.
No,
Hey,
no, I heard you. I heard you.
I'm about to end this live, man. We're going on 3 hours, man. Any last words y'all want to say, brothers? Razor
Nah.
Ray's got a question. How will Haiti retaliate? Foreigners kill their president. Are they just going to accept that, retaliate against another country responsibility?
I mean,
I
a
don't
lot of
think
the
a country is responsible, but go ahead.
yeah. a couple of the guys already got killed. So I think four, is it four or five? Four of
I
them
mean,
got killed.
I think the retaliation now is not so much on, like the particular assassinators themselves that came to do the
The
operation.
the the intellectual mindset behind it. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
this link. There's a article that just came out. I think the Washington, the Miami Herald. It says a Haitian doctor with Florida connection arrested as a leader in Moise assassination plot. Put the article in the back chat. But I
yeah,
did send it to Rich.
You want me to play it?
Yes.
I'll play it real quick. I
No,
had played
it's not a.
it
It's not. It's just a newspaper. It's nothing. It's not a video. But
earlier.
yeah. So hopefully a lot of things are gonna come out. Let's not speculate. Let's see what happened. I hope something better come out of this whole thing, but it's already not looking like something great is going to happen out of it because people are already fighting when they should be mourning this guy and what he signify, what he represents. He represent that just nappy headed nigga who just wanted to fight against the system, and they kill him for that, and it just show you there's nothing these people want to do to suck your blood.
Yeah, I mean that happens, here in America too, man. Like, people try, like, okay, to give you an example, they had a sheriff here in DeKalb County, Georgia, got assassinated some years back, trying to weed out all the corruption and stuff, so I mean, of course he ain't the president, but
You
it
talking
happens
about the one
all around the
that
world.
ran for office, the
Yeah,
sheriff that
yeah,
ran for office?
he won. He won.
Yeah, and then the dude guys, he ran the plot and got him killed.
Yeah, he sent some police officers out and they killed him.
Yeah, that's as dirty as it is. Like people, it's just so much, emotions, and people got really bad blood. Deals that was made, and what I'm saying, because a lot of people are saying the oligarchy class put him in power. So the own system, that system ate its own child. The system, it's like he was serving the devil, and the devil ate was when he decided to stop or even challenge that, the devil just ate him up.
Right.
what I was gonna say is I think the retaliation now is more so like you said, seeking the people behind it, like you know what I mean, like the entrepreneurs, the businessmen, the people in the government, any foreign person. I think now that's the retaliation, and to continue with the movement of what he was doing, what he was fighting for. Like
Hmm.
recently, his wife gave made some comments, um, and she was encouraging and speaking about what he was doing and saying that he didn't die in vain. And then recently, one of his son came out and made a comment too. So a lot of the Haitian people now are focusing on what he was doing, what he was standing for, because they're seeing a lot of things come out and the truth is coming out. And I believe the movement now is pushing for the referendum still to happen. Because if the referendum passes, then we can change the constitution. And once that constitution is changed, it can eliminate a lot of these entities who got like self-interest and that slowly eat away at the country. So I think if that passes, then that's one of the steps toward retaliating, and of course, just apprehending anybody who had anything to do with this, because they're part of the reason the country been suffering as well. And hopefully now that we have the FBI over there, and our eyes are the United Nations has their eyes on us, and the world pretty much has their eyes on us, that will help us get down to the bottom of something, and then we can have an actual democratic election if that's what needs to be, coming up in September. That's what I think.
Yeah. And then and then also I'm just hoping that, we just we can hold these people accountable for their actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, nobody takes any side. You know what I'm saying? No corruption. We just do it just like it is. But the good thing is, the people are watching us. You know what I'm saying? The Haitian communities all over the world, man. We watching, and now, like we said, we realize that, what I'm saying, like he was fighting for the little guy. So now, we can hopefully we fight against these corrupt leaders and and these people who are really, you know what I'm saying, like, giving them handouts and stuff like that, and then we arrest these guys, you know what I mean, and get rid of them, and so the country Haiti can be a better country, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for. But hopefully we can make it happen. I'm just hopeful, but we'll see what happens, man.
Absolutely. All right, man. I appreciate everybody coming on, man. Let me see. Somebody sent me something in the private. Okay, I put it in the chat already. That article, whatever, y'all can check it out. I put the brother fitness travel channel in the chat already. Let me put it back in there again, and make sure y'all check him out. Next time you're going live, brother.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I think tomorrow night though. Yeah, tomorrow night. I'll be live tomorrow night, like around 9 o'clock.
All right, y'all go subscribe to his page, man. Support him. Appreciate
Thank
y'all
you,
coming
brother.
on, man. We're going on 3 hours, 20 minutes. So I'm tired myself. I know y'all tired. But yeah, it's crazy world out here now, man. This is crazy, man. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the invitation, my brother, and thank everybody, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Y'all have a good night.
Everybody have a good night, everybody. Peace.
All right, peace out.